Hello and welcome to Game Day Live. It's an exciting mood in here tonight, isn't it? There's lots of us around the table. Joining me is Fuad. Hello. Hello. You're going to take that hairband off again tonight? Put it over your eyes?
No, he's not.
For the Chelsea. Who knows? We'll see. It all depends. You know what I mean? Defensive performances. We know last time Virgil van Dijk was the obviously victim of the headband.
No Virgil.
No Virgil today, so we'll see. But interesting game. Should be a good one.
Okay. Also on the red side, two of Cop's finest. We have AGT and we have Doyle.
Come on, G.
Bash.
What's he doing here, by the way?
Just co-hosting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
like,
support.
Oh, it's funny that
Just
because
support.
when he, all right, we'll see.
Hey man,
Wow,
just,
he's
new
listen.
Gilly's on one today, just so you know, before we start
Alex had a few
anything.
Guinnesses.
Gilly's
so
on it today.
He's saying
it's
that.
not often that he drinks, and you'll be able
Don't
to see
say
why.
that though, do you?
Anyway, Doyle, it's nice to see you.
Lunch meeting.
You're always my favourite person to see.
Thank you.
He's just always so happy.
Never said that to
I don't feel like that all the time, I tell you.
He's not, trust
It's all a
me.
When I
mask.
see you, you're happy.
It's all fake. Nah, I'm all right. I'm
It's
okay.
a facade.
It's a facade, but I can't be happy with Liverpool this season, can I? So
No.
got to put a brave smile on, Abby.
You
Show what I mean.
You can't, but we will talk more about Liverpool in a moment. Laurie is also joining us in this weird outfit.
Resplendent, repping AFTV.
Is it necessary?
Yeah, I'm sure my brother would think so. But you know what, I've got to say, I'm very happy to be here. It's not often I get invited onto these mid-table clashes. And as far as
That's why he's bloody here.
Absolutely.
8th versus 11th, wow, I mean, you know, what can I
We're not
say?
eighth.
It's amazing.
So-
Amazing what they televise these days.
As far as mid-table clashes go, this is actually quite an attractive fixture.
Honestly, tonight I don't know what this energy is between all of you, but it is odd. Anyway, let's talk about the game, shall we? Obviously, coming off the back of that hammering, 4-1 to City, and it was a hammering.
Smoked.
You've had a few of them down here at City, and you might get one on Sunday as well. So
How are we feeling about that, guys?
it's almost got to the point where we feel like there's nothing to lose now. Just switch it up. We've seen that with the lineup tonight, which I'm sure we'll get into in a minute. But he's just gone F it tonight, and he's putting Curtis Jones in. He's playing Joe Gomez at right back. Matip's coming in. So that, to me, as a fan, says there's not much on this game, really. There isn't for Chelsea or Liverpool. I mean, obviously, they're going to say they need the win. Bruno with being their new manager, but the only team out of the two that has something to play for, and I'm talking like 10% as opposed to 1% that Chelsea have got, it's us. So if we could win, great. If we don't, then, you know, that's how it's been this season.
You say that. I'm just looking at the table. You're on 42 points. I mean, a win takes you to 45, which should be 6th place. 5 points behind United, Spurs and Newcastle. You can count Tottenham well out of that race. So realistically, it's just Newcastle.
Well, we've got to play
United.
Tottenham still, so I wouldn't count them out totally.
It's away as well. Is it Anfield, is it?
It is, yeah.
Would
We've already
you not
beaten them
count
away.
out of that argument?
Who, Liverpool?
No, Tottenham.
Of the top 4 race?
Yeah.
Not really.
Even after what you've seen week in, week out.
Not really, no. I think the top 4 race has shown itself every year to be basically an awful race, basically,
is.
because nobody shows any quality. It's just every time there's an opportunity presented to whether it's Liverpool, Newcastle or Spurs this year, they just fumble it.
Yeah.
And previous years we've seen that. Leicester had the lead for pretty much 2 of the last 3 seasons, if you like, for that Champions League spot, fumbled it in the last couple of weeks. We saw that with Chelsea previous years. Like, we've seen it time and time again, this top 4 race. You can never kind of predict who's in there. It's just a matter of, in the moment, who can take advantage.
Even
with us, we've got Harry Kane. That's the one thing where I look at us and I'm like, as long as we've got that guy, there's a bit of hope.
Yeah.
Why did he win you the game yesterday?
No,
No.
he didn't. But listen,
Also
you
Croatia.
can't be Harry Kane FC now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
It's
just
like,
said we've got Harry Kane, lad. That's literally what you just said.
There's a chance, but that doesn't guarantee. Just because there's a chance doesn't guarantee a result.
Okay.
I love
Does it?
how they
Anyway.
haven't completely
Anyway.
killed you. They haven't.
Anyway.
You still have this little bit of hope, which
What do you mean help? This is facing a reality. Like, Liverpool are not good. United are not good.
We
Newcastle
are not good.
are not good. We are not good as well. But
We should-
guess
we-
what?
we struggle.
It's a
We
case
have
of
a
who's
10-man
not good.
10-man
I'm like,
Everton.
I don't think we're out of it. That's the question you asked me. I don't think we're out of it. No.
Fair play.
Like, well, we're currently sitting fourth. We can't be out of it.
I've got a question.
Like, if you're saying we're
for,
out of it, that's, I don't know, that's too defeatist.
Okay, let me ask you. Can you see Tottenham finishing top 4 with Christian?
At the start of the season, I said we couldn't. But now looking at the table, you're looking at 9 games left of the season.
Do you think Tottenham will beat Brighton on Saturday?
Potentially. Is it home? Is it at home?
No chest there.
You know what I'm saying? I reckon we could sneak a 2-1. I reckon we could sneak a 2-1.
Okay, all right. What do you think?
No, actually, I've got a question for AGT and my man over there. Like, with what's happened with Brendan Rodgers and Graham Potter, do you think?
Oh, relax yourself.
No, seriously.
I know you're a troll, but
Do
you don't
you
have to
think
keep
that,
up the act all the time.
Jurgen Klopp is somewhat fortunate to still have a job.
Absolutely not. He's got enough credit in the bank to do whatever he wants. It doesn't matter what he does now going forward. It's not.
It's actually a serious question.
We fell from grace,
yeah, sure.
but we haven't fell that far. And you know what tells you that we're top of the league for beating the top 6? We're 17 points. That's higher than anybody else. That tells us that we're there or thereabouts. So we just need to add a few little components into our team, and we'll be kicking on again. I don't think we need to hit this panic button of the next 30 years are going to be crap. It's not that.
Because the reason why I asked that question as well is that I saw Jurgen Klopp's press conference yesterday, and I have to say, and I'm not trolling now, I'm being honest, I did sense, and I'll be interested to hear what you guys think about it, an air of resignation in his voice, almost as if to say, look, I've perhaps taken this team and this club as far as I can take them.
That's your opinion. No one else thought. Yeah, you're not.
He talked about this.
I'm being serious, but then
he talked about it. He talked about it last season, right? And he said this. He said he knew basically this was going to happen this season. He didn't know it would be that bad, but he knew our quality wouldn't be the same as last season. And what he said was, I signed that deal on purpose because if I would have left last season and this happened, everybody would have been cursing my name. So he's like, I'm here to rebuild the squad and get it going again before I leave. And I do believe he's that type of man. I also think that he's got something to prove to himself about this 7-season curse. If he can rebuild this Liverpool squad, what then? No one can say he's got a 7-season curse because Liverpool are successful again. And he's the man. We trust him, mate. We really do. He is a good manager, and he's already brought us some good victories this season. It's just not been
you know what? Shout out to you. A serious question deserves a serious answer, and you know I'm happy with that.
Thank you, Lolly.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good press conference.
I know, yeah. I love Jurgen Klopp. I genuinely do. I can't see him like getting off. I don't think he's a man to give up. You know, when he was with Mainz, I don't know if you know the story of Jurgen Klopp. Yeah. When he was with Mainz, he played for that team. It was 2nd division. He'd never been in the Bundesliga, but he hadn't been in there for years. And what he did was he got them promoted, but only after 3 attempts. The first one he lost on the last day. The second one he lost by goal difference, and the third one he finally done, and he got up to the Bundesliga. He's that fella. He doesn't quit and leave the Liverpool, and that's why he works with those lads, and that's why we'll keep him. I really do.
I actually do like Klopp. Actually, I've always thought he's very, and he remains a very good manager. It's just that, as we've seen, sometimes you can stay at a club a little bit longer than.
Yeah, it does happen with Arsene Wenger and stuff.
When you guys are Wenger out, you mean?
Yeah, it happened to Wenger.
These two are going to be trolling each other all stream, just so you know, okay? If you want serious talk, here I am. If you want banter, there you are.
I asked the question, Doyle's answered it unequivocally.
Thank you, senor.
He did. Actually, I have one more question for you.
Go on, Abby.
Let's say that you do what you need to do in the summer, but things don't improve next season to where, by Liverpool standards, where they should be. Then what?
So are you saying that by doing what we need to do, we get Jude Bellingham? Is that what you mean?
If you think Jude Bellingham is coming, sure. But I'm saying
that wasn't the question, though.
No, my question is,
what
let's say you bring in some
midfielders. If we're still shit with him, plus others, plus half the stuff. Bellingham.
Let's just say you bring in some signings in the summer.
So a different question then.
Well, I'm saying
because that's what we need to do is get Jude.
Bellingham?
Well, it's the first step, isn't it? 100%.
Okay, but if you don't get Jude Bellingham and you bring in other midfielders,
and then it still isn't working.
That's a question, isn't it?
That's a proper question. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
But I just can't see that happening. I really can't. We've had a season like this before while we've been successful, and it was the lockdown season. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we were poor all season. There was a little bit more about us in that season than this one, I will admit. But we still managed to claw back some form, and then we went on to nearly winning a quadruple. So I don't see why he won't be able to do that next season. It won't be quadruple form, but it will be progression, because that's what type of manager he is.
Okay. Thank you for answering my question. Fuad, anything you want to get off your chest?
No, these boys covered it pretty well, to be fair.
No, I think
They've done really well there.
You know what? You should get a job on that.
Thank you very much.
It's like a defence attorney case, you know what I mean? I respect that now.
We have a super chat from Facts Only who says Klopp is resting players so that they can beat Arsenal and hand the title to Manchester City on a silver platter, just like they always do every single year. And I hope you are right. I hope that is a fact.
That's not going to happen.
We're not doing this to let Arsenal win. We never want to lose to any team, and that's it. We're resting players because Virgil van Dijk's sick. He's got a tummy bug or something. I don't know what's happening. Like, he's out, and then we've got Curtis Jones coming in because, do you know what? The reality is about this game, Liverpool are 19th, right, when it comes to conceding chances. So if Virgil starts, it doesn't matter because we're still conceding chances. So I don't really care who's starting on this pitch right now.
Yeah.
As long as we score goals, that's all that matters. And we can do that. We're all right at that, a little bit.
Okay. Should we have a look at the teams? Should we look at the teams? If we can get them up.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, these teams. You know, I've looked at the Liverpool one.
A graphic, do we?
We do have a graphic.
Back four, they look at that back four for Liverpool there. That's completely different.
Do you want to run through
Still good.
Yeah, go ahead, I'll go through it. So we've got Ali in goal, best goalkeeper in the world. Gomez at right back. Then we've got Matip coming in for the sick Virgil at centre back next to Kanate. We've got Tsimikas coming in for Robbo, so he's rested the whole back four there, as you can see. No Trent. We've got Henderson, Fabinho, and another surprise, Curtis Jones in midfield. He hasn't started in a while, so why not give him the opportunity to today, see if he can shine. And then up front, we've got Darwin Nunez, Diogo Jota, and Bobby Firmino, the man on the back of my shirt.
So is that 4-3-3 they're going?
Yeah.
Milner, Salah, Gakpo, Robertson, Carvalho, Arthur, Phillips and Trent on the bench with Kelleher as well. That's some bench, that.
Want to run through the Chelsea team?
Yeah, we've got Kepa in goal, Chilwell, Fofana, Koulibaly, Cucurella and James. And then in midfield you've got Fernandes, Kante, Kovacic, and then up front Felix and Havertz. I wonder how they're going to line up in that defence.
He's the one fella that worries me in that team, right? Felix.
Yeah.
He's good, him.
And Kante as well.
Yeah, Kante without a doubt.
He always has a
Would
good
you say
game
that's
against
arguably
Liverpool.
Chelsea's strongest 11?
I can't tell that. You can't tell with Chelsea. They
Yeah.
bought so many players. Who knows if that's their strongest 11, lad? Palmer might come out. Oh, who is it? I don't know. Pulisic might come out.
Badiashiel's not in there and he's been quite
definitely
good.
one of their best players. Like it's difficult with Chelsea. You can't pick a starting 11
I think
for them.
Mudryk you should put in there, but he hasn't really shown to be worth the value. But I just think Felix and Havertz, maybe they've been the kind of two that have shown glistens up front. Kovacic, they've always been able to kind of rely on, and Kante, the two. Enzo, since he's come in, has kind of steadily gotten along. And that back five, really and truly, I would say are kind of the trusted names at the moment. Maybe not Cucurella per se, but Koulibaly, since he's come in, has been ever present. Fofana, since he's come back from the injury, he's been
Back
decent.
five, that innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Chilwell, James are kind of the preferred wing-back option, so I don't know.
It's difficult. I don't think Mudryk's got the finishing ability to be starting games like this, to be quite honest. When you looked at the game that he played against Aston Villa, don't know if you've seen the chance he had. He was 1-on-1 with the keeper and he hit it so early.
There was even one volley he
I
had
think
in the box
what
as well.
stood
Is
out
that not
to
just
me for that
confidence,
was
though?
the lack of confidence that he's
Yeah.
playing with at the moment. Because there's no doubt that there's a player in there.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, we all know the Mudryk story. He was set to come to Arsenal. Money got in the way. Sometimes there's a very famous saying, and I'm going to repeat it. Not all money is good money.
That's true.
And
That
that's
is
what's
true.
happening with Mudryk.
Because he's feeling the pressure right now. I think all these 100 million signings, when you get bought for that much, you've got to deliver straight away.
Yeah.
And that's not human. That's just not, not everyone's Haaland. That's why Haaland's a revelation, because he's just unreal.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. So he might be a good player next season.
No, I'm sure he will be.
He might
He's got
be, yeah.
the natural attributes are there for him to do very well in the Premier League. He's
Very good
explosive,
technical
he's
footballer.
quick. He seems to have it all physically. He's just got it's upstairs, mate.
Yeah, but he'll get it.
together.
It's his first.
The problem at Chelsea you have, though, is there's so many of those types of signings. I think had he come at Arsenal, he would have come in as a marquee signing.
Yeah.
He would have probably been given, I don't know, 2 years, if you like, to kind of, let's get the best out of Mudryk. At Chelsea, you're coming in as one of 500
And not
million
only
signings.
that,
If that don't work out in 18 months, they're going to
Exactly.
backdoor
that's
you.
it. They're ruthless,
And,
lad. They're
And
ruthless.
for his
So-
confidence, he would have been coming into a winning team.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Chelsea, but the facts are the facts. He would have been coming into a stable winning team, and I'm pretty sure the output would have been different. But I've got to say, Abby, looking at those two teams, and I'm not throwing shade.
I know, lad. I can see what you're saying.
It's staggering almost the way both of those teams. I would say Chelsea even more so have underachieved this season.
Yeah, I agree.
You look at some of the players there from both teams, and you think, how are they 11th and what is it? 8th,
Do you know
respectively.
what, Laurie, right? Do you know what's mad, right? Do you know at this point last year, Liverpool had 75 points. Do you know how many Arsenal have got? 73, 72, lad. So we would have been top of the league. And do you know where we were at that point last season? Second. Because City was still first, mate. That's how good and how much they've dropped off as well. You've got to remember, like, without Haaland, that's 50% of their goals gone. You don't know where they would be without him as well. So Liverpool, without a doubt, are nowhere near the standards they've set for
I think it's also testimony as well to how difficult this league is. If you're even slightly off,
it's game over.
Exactly.
That's it. Bournemouth beat us, mate. We beat them 9-0 at their ground and then they beat us 1-0. That's madness. When does that happen in any league?
I mean, the Premier League is just bizarre, especially this season, which I thought it would be, especially with the World Cup, kind of like sandwiched in between. You know, you don't know the effect, I guess, it's had on players in an extra long season.
Because I'm going to keep it real, I never saw us topping the table.
I don't think anybody did, mate, honestly.
That's it, mate. I'm not going to come on here and wax lyrical about, man, I didn't. I thought Champions League, if we get Champions League, I'd have been fine.
I don't think anyone would have thought, even if you would have stayed top for a while, I don't think anyone thought with, you know, nine games or whatever it is to go, that you'd still be top of the league.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fair.
It's crazy. The whole teams, when you're talking about Chelsea and Liverpool, for example, and the falls from grace, I think that's been a question that's been asked, who's done worse all season. And I think Chelsea have still done worse than Liverpool, if I'm quite honest with you. Liverpool have done really poor, but they haven't spent 600 million. And they haven't sacked two managers, and they haven't lost these...
Definitely it's Chelsea.
You look at, because you look at the Chelsea team,
way.
it's like they've had so much money and so many new players and young talent kind of put in. It's just been a case of they've had Tuchel there, they've had Tuchel, who kind of, let's be honest, was cleaning up Lampard's mess. Didn't fully get the chance to really clean that up, and then now it's kind of Potter's been brought in. Now someone's going to have to come and clean up all this mess in between. So,
well, it's interesting because I was listening to former Liverpool great Jamie Carragher, the man who once got skinned by Thierry Henry.
And won a Champions League.
What's that got to do with anything?
I won a Champions League. Don't forget that part as well.
Everyone's been skinned by Thierry Henry.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's the first time me and you have agreed in the street.
That's
like saying,
but to go back to Carragher, who I do rate
Right.
as a pundit, by the way, he said something that I agree with. How can you get rid of Tuchel and bring in Potter?
Silly.
Look, Todd Bowley, royally.
They deserve everything
They made that mistake a long time ago.
He cost Chelsea massively this season. I did think it was a bit questionable about the signings they made in the summer. Not so much Sterling, but Aubameyang never made sense to me. It made absolutely no sense.
Just got rid of Lukaku to bring Aubameyang in.
Yeah,
What?
It was a little bit odd, and I don't know whether or not that was, you know, Tuchel signing off on that, or if it was Todd Bowley being like, let's just, you know, throw money at players I know and I've heard of type of thing. And I did think that was odd, but you know, when he sacked...
can I just say that a lot of people are going after Aubameyang. Listen, man, when Aubameyang was at Barcelona after 11, he did very well.
No, I get
he
that.
was 1 in 2.
I get that, but I just didn't think it was a particularly good fit. I thought it was a random signing for Chelsea.
I think
in my
Tuchel
opinion.
and Aubameyang had worked together and things have been positive between them.
Maybe. But it was just, for me, it was just a random signing in my opinion. And then obviously when, you know, Tuchel got sacked after how many games was it? Five games? And I think it was like 2 draws, 2 losses and however many, whatever it was, I can't remember. But, you know, to sack him, that was a very big call. And I remember lots of people talking about it on this channel as well and saying that if you're going to sack Thomas Tuchel, you need to make sure it's worthwhile and you bring someone in that's either of the same calibre or above. And not to say that Graham Potter isn't a good manager. I think he is a good manager, but that, for me, it was a step too far.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe above his level, he needed to be, with respect, at a club like Tottenham, probably, and then go on to, you know, a more elite club.
Yeah.
You know, and I can say that, and I know how that sounds, but I can accept where my team are. And I just think that he made a mistake. It was too big of a job. And then, in a way, Potter's not used to buying £500 million players and having all those big egos.
Nobody is, Abby. Nobody's used to that.
And he had a way of doing things, and not that you would turn the opportunity down. If it was anybody, you take the opportunity. But I think it's come at a price, and you know, now they're going to have to sort out who they want as their next manager in terms of Chelsea. Probably will be Nagelsmann.
Gutted about that, to be honest.
It probably will be.
You wanted him to replace
I really
Klopp
wanted
one
him,
day,
right?
didn't
So
you?
I really wanted him for the man after Jurgen Klopp. That's who I wanted. If you look at his percentage of winning for Bayern Munich, do you know what it is, guys? 84%. He's won 84% of his games.
And he's still got
Don't get me wrong, right? The Bundesliga is not like the Premier League, but there's still serious teams in there. Dortmund, Union Berlin have been pushing for that first place all season, and he's managed to get that many wins in that, and in the Champions League, it's in the quarters. Made no sense to me that he's gone, and I'm gutted. If he goes to Chelsea, wounded by that. I really am. And also, just the argument, by the way, that Chelsea are only doing bad because they bought so many players. That's their decision to do that. They've made poor decisions all season, and that's why they're in the position that they're in.
Yeah,
That's not an excuse. That's a decision.
I also think that
it's a consequence.
I also think that if you're going to manage a club like Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, big teams like that, Spurs even.
That was nice.
The manager has
City, but Spurs.
the manager has to have a certain aura about him, like Klopp has at Liverpool and Pep and people like that. Potter, no disrespect, to me, he didn't look comfortable in those surroundings. You could just see it. The way he handled press conferences, he just didn't give me that vibe that he was in full control. And I'm sure that transmitted to the players as well. You think of some of the big name players in that Chelsea dressing room. Not being funny, they see Graham Potter rock up and they're thinking, oh, this is a downgrade.
Calling him Harry and Hogwarts behind his back, according to the Athletic.
Yeah, what, sorry?
According to the Athletic, there was reports that a couple of the Chelsea players referred to him as Hogwarts and Harry.
Wow.
Which, if that's going on, then you've lost the respect and you've lost.
You need a little bit of fear.
And I think if you've got these players that are coming in with big egos, big signings, big money, and Chelsea are used to having calibre of managers like Mourinho or Conte and Sarri, Ancelotti, and then you have Graham Potter, and that is no disrespect, it really isn't, because I do think he's a good manager, but I think that if you've got those type of egos in your dressing room, you have to have an extremely big ego on your touchline.
Well, look what happened to Sarri. Remember what the goalkeeper did to him?
Kepa.
Remember that? And that
what Kepa did to Sarri, more like.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the other way around.
Absolutely
so it is true. You do need a certain stature as a manager.
You need fear, in my opinion. There needs to be a slice of fear. So, like Graham Potter, people are calling me Hogwarts. Like, Hogwarts, yeah. You're not playing, lads. That's it. You've got to have that respect. Like Jurgen Klopp, lovely fella, make you laugh and all that. But if you do bad, he's going to tell you. Yeah. I remember one time, right, there was somebody in our team, right, in training, right, and he'd done a misplaced pass about 4 times. And so you know what Jurgen Klopp did? Took his glasses off and went, "Do you need these or something? Like, because these passes are terrible." But that's a good way of disciplining your players. He's like, "I'm watching what you're doing, lads, but I'm going to joke about it. But if you keep doing this, brother, I'm not going to start you." It's one of them. So I think that's what a manager needs. Like
I describe Graham Potter as a corner shop manager, not a supermarket manager. You know what I mean? He's good at corner shop. Wow.
That's a
It's a bit clumsy, but
I hear what you say.
I hear it.
Londis Potter.
Stay in your
the co-op and not the co-op though.
7-Eleven.
Nisa Potter.
Wow.
All right, let's have a look at some chats. Faze Obama says that Liverpool's team screams a Chelsea win.
Cheers.
Robert says worst Liverpool team he could have picked.
Cheers.
No one's liking your team, I have to say.
It's very different.
Eman says, how's there no Chelsea fan on the show?
Well, that's what Laurie's here for, isn't it? Just to troll us, to be fair. And you too. Or Fuad's here as well, so he doesn't need any excuse to troll, by the way.
Fuad supports a different team every week, so...
What do you mean?
Anthony says, I'm keen to see Fuad's headband spelt Michael Keane.
No, thank you.
Hey,
that was hilarious last week, I can't lie. Killed me. Did you see what he did?
It was very funny.
Fuad like this, lad, with his headband on his eyes going, this is Liverpool's defence. It was heavy, lad. And I couldn't help but laugh, even though I wanted to be angry at him, I couldn't help but laugh.
It was funny.
It's one of those.
Yasser, this is a nice one for you guys, who said, I hope Liverpool win. I'd love to see AGT and Doyle happy. I love Liverpool. Come on, Liverpool. I'm a Barcelona fan.
It's right, lad.
There we go. There's some love.
I love Barcelona as well. Not Los Blancos, Barcelona for me, lad.
You're doing the El Clasico, right?
Yeah, El Clasico tomorrow night. Nico and Raul again.
How many El Clasicos have been
We've done 4 on DR this season, but do you know what? They're up there for comedy and entertainment. They are unbelievable.
What was it that he always says? Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Bullshit. So yeah, that's back on tomorrow night. Make sure you don't miss it.
These derbies. I think that the North London derbies replace that now as the big.
Oh, Laurie's definitely.
This isn't an Arsenal scream.
Hold on. Let him cook.
No, what do you think?
Why? Here's your reasoning for that, Laurie. Go.
In his
I just think
AFTV
that
jumper.
La Liga's lost a bit of its lustre at the minute.
Okay.
And I think it's all about the Premier League and the biggest derby in the Premier League. And it's not Man United Liverpool. It's not even a derby.
Tell them.
Tottenham Arsenal.
Do you know what then?
In your
Why don't they do a poll on the stream? And what would you rather watch, Tottenham v Arsenal or Real Madrid v Barcelona.
I think I know. I just want to watch. And it's not
I'd
Tottenham.
rather not watch us either.
But anyway, Nico, win tomorrow, please. Yeah, come on, Nico, lad, I'm here with you.
Raul might have a surprise up his sleeve as well. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, goodness me.
He
Well,
did-
if you
he
want
did
to
last
see
time.
that surprise, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. AGT is doing that live on here. Sharua says, very bad lineup from Liverpool. Chelsea can take advantage of the space out wide with the diagonal switches to their 2 fullbacks. Felix, Enzo, Kovacic can move to disrupt the strength in Liverpool's mid-block.
I am terrified of our defence at the moment. They haven't played together all season like this, and they've got not informed Felix, but a Felix that knows how to score goals, and a Havertz that knows how to score goals too. And they're also 2 different types of players. So you got Felix, who's quick, like what we were talking about with Alvarez. He's a wasp. He's everywhere. He don't know where he look over his shoulder. He's gone, lad. Don't know where he is. Havertz, you know where he is, but that's a dangerous thing because it means that everyone drags to Havertz while he's floating in the space. So I am worried about this. The only thing I can think is he trying to rest players? Is he thinking, okay, if I need a plan B, I've got a very strong plan B to change this game around?
Yeah.
Because he has been criticised for his in-game management, so maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. I'm not Jurgen Klopp, but I do trust him. So let's see what happens with this. Who knows?
Players are just coming out as well. Should we go around the table and get predictions?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys send your predictions in the
Yeah,
comments
send
as
your
well.
predictions in, please.
We'll try and read some of those out. But Alex, where you going?
Oh, lad, innit?
I've never seen you so disheartened.
It's horrible.
Down.
Probably 2-1 Liverpool, just through massive hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doyle?
3-1 Liverpool, because we don't win games by 1 goal, because we can't, because we're crap. So 3-1 Liverpool.
I'm going 2-2 draw.
2-2.
Yeah.
I'm
Where you
going. That's quite a good one.
Bet she says 1-1.
No, I'm not. I'm going to back a Liverpool win because I need you to get some confidence up, guys. I'm a Liverpool fan tonight.
That's right, Abby. Yes.
I'm going to go with I'll also go 2-1.
2-1.
Laurie?
You know what? I was tempted to go for the Desmond, but my friend there has already predicted the 2-2. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go for the home side win.
You're going to Chelsea.
Yeah,
then?
looking at that Liverpool team, it's not the strongest.
No.
Chelsea being at home, both teams lost at the weekend, so there's the backlash factor. But given the fact that Chelsea are at home, I think I'm just edging them 2-1. I think Liverpool will put in a spirited performance, but ultimately, I think Chelsea will come out.
The problem with Chelsea is I just feel like they have too many self-inflicted errors all the time, whether it's Kepa, whether it's Koulibaly, Cucurella's mistimed header the other day to put Watkins through, just like these small little moments, and that's where sometimes I felt a little bit bad for Potter, because I was like,
That's not his fault.
I can see it's literally
Yeah.
individual errors. I remember even at times when we've had managers where it's like Eric Dyer, Hugo Lloris, they're literally single-handedly costing you the game, and it's
last night they really thought about it a few times, didn't they?
well, listen, that's not the first time. Trust me,
Well,
it won't be the
look
last.
at
But
It's a back 4 for me, right? And also you've got Chilwell and James, who are fantastic going forward.
Yeah.
they
So
haven't
that-
played too often together,
No,
though, have
they haven't. But they are very, very good going forward. So that's a little bit worrying. I just feel like our defence could become discombobulated a little bit here. I really do, which is terrifying. But we'll see. We'll bloody see. And honestly, watching Liverpool is like anxiety driven now. I hate it. I love it. I love my team.
Welcome to
love
the
it.
club.
Yeah. But also, ooh,
Yeah, just want it to be over.
I have to feel exactly that. I have to feel so many emotions during this 90 minutes, and it's awful.
Yeah, it is Bruno Salter's first game in charge.
It's actually his first time ever picking an 11, he said. He said, I've never picked a team before.
They're calling him the 42-year-old virgin, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
hilarious.
Potter did say, I've never managed the Champions League. I've never even been to a Champions League game before. And now this guy's never even picked
Wasn't
a
he
team.
saying we're going to win the fucking Champions League?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he'd never even managed. So.
I must admit, I do
2
like
weeks
the look
later.
at this guy, though.
Yeah, Jan Felix is
good.
brilliant.
He is.
I think he's a
Well, you're
little
actually
lightweight.
interested in him.
I think I've seen him play against Liverpool in Madrid for Atleti, and he's got pushed off the ball quite a lot. He's quite lightweight, but when he does show up, he's got.
I think he's looked alright.
He shows you why there was such a big hype
recent
around him.
signings,
But
he's been by far
Yeah.
the best one.
I agree.
You reckon, yeah?
Absolutely agree.
No, yes.
I agree.
No,
you
no.
reckon?
I agree.
My problem is,
He's got a bit of quality.
he's got to put together the end product, though. In
He
my
does score
eyes.
goals. He does.
Not enough.
I think
for
not
his
in-
price
not-
tag. How many years he's
Absolutely.
been playing now?
Look at them two
He's
on
How
never had a
highly he's
season with
rated.
over 10 goals. I don't think.
Bro, for how highly he's rated, for the money that he's talked about, and the money that Chelsea would potentially have to pay, because I think he even extended his contract for another year. I'm like, if Chelsea are talking 100 mil plus, I need to see some goals, some contributions.
I
Like,
think he
I'm
will
seeing
do that.
far too many cute touches and turns, and don't get me wrong, it looks nice, and technically you are a very good footballer. But
Come on, boys.
we need you to drag us through in these big moments, and it's
Yeah.
the thing thing is,
Is he that player though?
Is he that player? And that's the thing. A lot
That's
of the
a
times.
difficult player to find, bro. Doesn't matter what team you are.
Come on.
You've got Harry
Alright,
Kane.
you're off.
Come on, the Reds. Come on.
Let's go.
We do this every kick-off, by the way. Every kick-off, we do this exact thing and give the ball away. It's annoying.
It's lovely.
The quarterback pass.
Well, we're underway. Let's have a look through what you guys think the prediction is. WB says 2-0 to Chelsea. Hi, I'm Fieldy, says 2-1 to Liverpool. John says North London is the best derby in London. Okay. Jacob Huggins
That
says
says a
2-0
lot.
to
As well.
Chelsea. Abra says 3-0. I assume you mean Chelsea. 1-1. Lots of shouts for 1-1 in here. 3-0 Liverpool. 4-1.
What's Reece James
We
doing?
ran a poll. Chelsea win 38%, draw 33%, and 27% Liverpool. Anyway, we did a combined 11, by the way. We let you all vote for it on Twitter. Shall I? Oh, you got it. There you go. So as you can see, this was voted for by the fans. I believe we had over 7,000 people that voted for this. So this is your team that you've picked. Allison, Robertson, Van Dijk, Silva, James, Thiago, Fernandes, Mount, Diaz, Nunez, Salah.
Madness.
Diaz hasn't played for 6 months and he's in that team.
It's mad to me, that. I like the centre-backs. The centre-backs will be wonderful together, I think, to be honest with you. It's mad that to
I
me
don't
as
know how
well.
Mason.
But then, look at the midfields, Laurie. The both of them haven't really got... I'd rather have Kovacic than Mount in my team, to be quite honest with you.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's interesting.
But that is a mad... And also, there's always going to be this debate. I'd rather have Trent than I would Reece James as well. Especially if I've got them two at centre-back, absolutely.
Go on, Nunez. That's ours.
What would
On
you
current
think
form,
of that?
though, you'd have to put.
I think Mount not
Reece James
getting
hasn't
in
played.
there. I don't know.
Sadly
I
played.
would have put Kovacic in all day for me.
Over
I think.
Mount.
Yeah, same.
for
same,
sure.
lad. See
Kovacic
that?
and
Hey, we agree,
Thiago.
there you go, lad.
Kovacic and Thiago. Just, I mean, the technical ability there, and then Fernandes in between
He is
buzzing.
good.
Yeah, I think that's a
Fernandes
good
is
trio.
good.
I don't know. Is Darwin in there?
Who else is going there, though, lad?
That's the thing.
Owen has to be there. He's
He does.
option.
There's no other striker. I'd rather have
you
him
know-
than Felix at the moment.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
the
would.
thing.
I think Diaz
That's the
is
only
proper
alternative.
random.
Yeah.
But then, what it is...
Diaz,
is
I get it. It's based on pure ability.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
he has got
It's
the best
based
ability
on-
probably out of everybody on that team there, except for Thiago.
Okay.
He's another one, though. I'll be honest with you. Before and even when he came, I said his end product is one that I think.
He's got a good end product. You can't say that. He's got a good end
I
product.
think
Before he
the
got
start of the
injured,
season,
yeah.
before he
I
got injured, he
remember you
actually
having
looked
this
good. Yeah,
conversation
no.
During the game, and he scored the header.
I always,
that game, lad.
and I've said that. I think though he's still ineffective for the
Go on,
amount of
Bobby.
chances that he gets. Oh, go on.
I don't think he is. I think he's wonderful to watch, lad. I think he's not like.
I think he's
the
incredible.
ASM.
He's like a
He's not
Tasmanian
like
devil.
ASM. He's got a real end product
Ref.
to him.
Is that not a foul?
And I love ASM as well. I think he's brilliant.
He's got no end product. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
What happened there?
What the
What
hell
did
was
Simicast
that?
just glitch?
Don't know.
Did you see that?
His controller turned off then.
Alex, you're very quiet.
Oh my
When
god!
is he?
you
When
know
is
what?
Diaz back?
You're very quiet this evening.
Because I'm watching the game and we're about to be 1-0 down here.
Oh,
Joao, can you? Nope.
Oh my lord!
This is why I'm
I tell you
quiet.
what,
you know?
right? This game is going to be a high-scoring game, I think, and I tell you why. Because none of us can defend. Both teams can't defend.
That is
That
awful
was a
from
poor ball,
Simicast.
yeah.
Awful.
Awful tackle from Konate.
That's
as
good
well.
build-up from Chelsea, though.
Felix have
On
done
the
well.
counter.
Yeah, as
This
them.
turn here
well
is
in a
In a
cold.
bit, lad.
But that's what he does.
He's good at
Give
that.
me
Took an
that
extra touch
finish.
as well, though.
That
Matip
is
did
quality
really well
recovery,
to
yeah.
get back.
He did.
he took an extra touch. Really.
Look at this
Yeah.
recovery
This
here.
touch
look.
here now, Laurie. This
Just
one's
that
too much.
left
that
foot,
just needs to
that
hit it.
man.
Need that touch.
He just needs to outside the boot.
Yeah.
That's what
Left
he needs to
foot,
do.
that.
You know what? Yeah, he was not confident of doing
Yeah.
it on his left foot.
How do you guys feel when you see a player? I mean, you must feel the same as me. When you see a player who's clearly right-footed and gets a chance on his left foot and tries to wait till it gets
Winds
to
me up,
I
lad.
hate that.
Winds
me
As a
up.
professional
happens
footballer,
all the time.
you should be at least able to take a corner with both feet. I think that's the absolute minimum. And if you
But you know-
can't
but you
have
know
a
what it
shot
is,
from
Alex?
6 yards
You know-
out with your weak foot,
You know what
come
it is,
on.
Alex? A lot of these guys are capable of using their other foot, but in tight situations like that, they will tend to go with.
Don't trust themselves.
But if they only get one chance,
confidence thing.
I think however it comes, you have to take it.
Yeah, our Salah's a bit
However
guilty of
it
that. We
comes.
love him. We absolutely love Salah, but he
yeah.
can be a little bit guilty of that, to be fair.
One-footed.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's
Eric
on the
Lamela
bench.
was probably the most one-footed player I've ever
Robin.
I was going to say Ian Robin.
He's famous for, but
Right
it
leg
didn't
was a
matter with
standing
him.
leg.
He-
Yeah.
It didn't matter with him, like,
Yeah, that
because
was-
no matter if you knew what he was doing, you still didn't stop him. Even when he
Yeah.
was about 35, he still couldn't. Hey, that's a foul. No,
No, that's
okay.
Kante's strength, B.
he's strong.
Where's
Look at
our
that.
defence?
my-
That's onside as well.
What is
Where's
your
the defence
here?
here, man? It's look 1-0.
Oh, no.
No. That's quality.
What a good recovery.
Who's that?
Well done, Kanate.
Kanate. Off the line.
Even though it
Oh
was
my
his fault.
Can't see us winning this, you know.
Kanate off the line.
Right, now
Counter-attack.
Liverpool can go on break.
Oh,
Try to
Darwin.
go for pace.
Pass the
Captain
ball.
Chaos.
Pass the ball.
You should have passed that to Jota, shouldn't
Is
you?
that
I
not
don't
a
think he
foul?
meant to take
Oh, I
the
mean, it's been a
final.
very entertaining 5 minutes.
Not for Chelsea, yeah. Not for us.
Just in general.
Should be 2-0 up then.
They should be, but they're not.
Whoa!
Oh.
Matip,
Not
lad.
even a foul. He got the ball.
He did get the ball, but also that was 2 feet. Be careful there, lads. Wow.
So again, what we've done here with this foul,
Oh! That might be a red.
Is his feet off the ground?
it's not a red. There's
Was
no
his
way
feet
that's
off the
a red.
ground?
Nah, everything looks worse in slow-mo, man.
He slipped.
Nah,
he
he
does
slipped,
slip. He
man.
doesn't
Come
jump
on.
with his 2 feet. He
slipped.
slips because of it, and his 2 feet go out.
But here's what we've
not
done, right? Again, the referee, and we did this with Fabinho against Man City on Sunday. In the first 6 minutes, Fabinho gave away 3 fouls.
Yeah, straight away.
And already our centre-back is on his last warning after
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that can't be a good thing.
No.
So these fouls, these rash tackles, look at, where's our line there? Where's the defensive line?
It's pathetic.
Look,
lads,
left
it
back
really
there,
is.
centre back. Where's the right back? Just getting back into screen.
Who
So
is
the line
who
is...
in that back line?
Right now, I couldn't tell you.
That's the point.
It's
That's why-
it's probably Allison.
when I
if
said
I'm honest.
discombobulated, that's what I meant. There doesn't look to be a line. Doesn't look like they know where they're being.
But
like,
even with
Simicast-
Virgil in the team, there's no line now
Yeah, it's
either.
exactly that.
You know when you play Sunday League, you've got your centre backs there, right, in the
Yeah,
line,
yeah,
move
yeah.
up, move back. We're not even doing that right
No.
now.
Basics.
It's awful, lad. Are we going to lose again, lad? Am I going to sit here and watch us lose again? And
might
get
do,
clipped because we'll score the first goal and then lose 3-1.
It's like we're
be
not
fair
allowed to
to
celebrate
Kovacic.
going 1-0 up at the Etihad now. Liverpool fans celebrate too early. Cheers, Kane, you sausage. So what, we can't even celebrate any goal? Alright
Just
then.
to also let you know, it is 1-0 Forest. They are
Good for them.
away to Leeds, so it's a big one in that relegation.
Go on, Liverpool.
Oh, he's too over it, I thought he was going to be in then.
Cross straight away.
Too far. Dealt with Koulibaly.
Packed box.
So, what's your thoughts on Darwin Nunez?
Captain Chaos, man. I'm personally not the hugest fan of his. I don't think he's gonna live up to the price tag, but I do think he is someone who can be useful
He's grew into
in
it,
a
hasn't he?
in a
costs the same
in
as
a club
Richarlison.
system. I don't think Richarlison's good, and I don't think he was worth the money. So
That's
Well,
the
obviously
today.
not. He's not scored. Darwin scored 15.
Did
but
anyone-
I'm just
Richarlison
saying
is
that
quite possibly
Richarlison's
the
if
not scored
Richarlison
anything.
is the barometer you're going to use, you're further proving my point, bro.
No, but they're
Like-
the same price, so you're saying
But both are
he's
crap
not lived up
in
to
my-
his price tag.
No,
neither.
no,
Richarlison's
1-1.
no, no.
1-1 with Leeds and Forest.
Nunez
1-1.
He
is
has lived up to
comfortably
his
been
price
better than
tag, obviously.
Richarlison this season.
Game
Come
on.
on.
What are you? Who brought Richarlison into
Yeah, we were
this?
talking
No,
about
because
Nunez.
you're saying he hasn't lived up to his price tag.
I
So
said, I
if
don't
he
think
hasn't, but Richarlison's the same price, then what's
I
the
know,
see,
it's-
he
it's-
hasn't.
it's-
He doesn't listen.
Deflecting.
You're
We're
not-
You don't
talking about
listen.
Richarlison.
I never said he does
I'm
not living
giving
up to
you
his
a-
price
a
tag.
for instance,
Listen,
though,
listen
which you don't
correctly.
accept.
I listened
It's mad.
correctly. I said I don't think he will ever live up to
wow.
his price tag. In my
Ever?
eyes, I don't think he's not living up to it now. In my eyes, what
Ever?
is he not? So
his
you're
whole
so you're
career?
telling me he's going to live up to that 85 add-ons basically?
No, it's 68 plus add-ons.
If
Let's
he
get that right.
if he exceeds the expectations you expect, he's going to get those 85 million add-ons, right?
What, by winning the league and Champions League this season? I don't think so, my friend. So that's the clauses that,
All right,
that
listen,
everyone
if
hangs
you
on
think
to.
65.
either way, 65 million. I don't think Darwin Nunez will be worth that.
I think 65
That is wild.
in
He's a
this
player in
climate.
Are you
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
me?
The
Are you
player.
telling me off the back of one
You
season?
called him Captain Chaos.
Let me finish a sentence, please. Because
you.
if you're telling me off the back of one season in the Portuguese league, a player is all of a sudden worth 65 million.
No, he's
No, but
not.
that's
So
That
is,
is
so is
not-
that is-
Enzo
sorry,
after 13
sorry.
games worth 100? though?
Enzo is not worth that. I can
no.
tell you that.
It's Premier League
So
tax, lads.
what,
No,
what
but,
is the
with
confu-
respect,
what is-
that's a
what is the
different
confusion
conversation.
here?
That's
Yeah.
very, very...
What
That's
is the
very
confusion
conversation.
here?
That's
I'm
Premier
sorry.
League tax. What I would say is, I agree with him that he hasn't lived up to everything that we thought he was going to be in the sense
Bro.
of scoring goal after goal like
Is that not a
Haaland. But 65 million in the Premier League context is not actually a lot of money. Like genuinely,
Oh, so
people-
Richarlison wasn't a lot of money either.
50. Honestly, it's not that. Like we used to say it with City. City would buy 50 mil players here and there, and we wouldn't say they were big signings, but they become big players, you know. And so I think Nunez is living up to about a 60 mil price tag. To be honest with you, he's doing all right.
I would say,
Listen,
But he's
You're
not
going on
100
like he's
player.
not
I would
scored a goal.
say, I would say
When did I say he didn't score a goal?
No, you're going on like you're saying he will never ever.
I didn't say that.
No, you said he will never ever reach his price tag. That's what you just said.
I never
ever.
I didn't say never ever. You see, now you're adding juice to it.
He did say ever though.
I said I don't think he will live up to his price
Did you have a
tag.
bad night's sleep last night?
Bro, I said I don't think he will live up to his price tag, and I don't think he's that good, bro. Bro, I don't think he's that good. You want me to rate Nunez? I'm sorry, I don't rate him.
So you don't think he's done anything good this year?
I said he can be a useful squad player in your team, yes, but he will never be that guy who... You guys signed him, you played with a false 9 for about 4 years. You were very successful. Darwin Nunez has essentially been brought in to say, this is the new way forward. All of a sudden now, that number 9 that got signed, I'm seeing him get pushed out wide.
I don't agree.
And that's the best way to get out of him because he creates...
We bought Gakpo to be the Bobby Firmino for replacements, and then we pushed Nunez on the left
Darwin
wing.
Nunez, was Darwin Nunez signed to bring you goals, yes or no?
Yeah, and he has.
Was he signed to be the big number 9 in the middle, yes or no?
No, otherwise we would have given number 9.
What?
We would have given number 9. But we didn't.
No, but
You're getting too technical. You lot are trying to sugarcoat. I get it because he's your guy. You got to defend him. But I don't. Darwin Nunez was signed as a marquee franchise signing, and he's not living up to it. I'm sorry.
There is a player in there. You got to admit that.
I
never said there wasn't. I said he can be a good player for them.
I think I agree with what
said.
What I'm saying is maybe
by the
you
way.
need to give
And how many and what have and in this first season, as much as you've seen, as much as you can say 15 goals and it sounds good, have you been watching with your eyes when he's playing? Have you seen some of the chances he's been missing?
Yeah, but I've also
have you
seen
some of
Havertz missed more big chances.
Can I finish a sentence? Have you seen some of the touches he's been taking? 1v1 when he's with a man, like he doesn't look comfortable playing football sometimes. So that's my thing. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I was asked, what do I think of Nunez? That's what I think of Nunez. When I see him, I see someone who doesn't look comfortable
at the moment. But you said he will never get to.
He said
I don't think he will.
said ever.
He's adding the ever or whatever.
No, you did. You did say ever. You did say ever.
I don't think he will ever. I don't think he will ever live up to the 65 million price tag, and that's fine. Because guess what? He can still be a useful squad player and be a good signing for Liverpool. He can still be useful. But that doesn't mean he has to go and break 30 million. When he signed, let's not forget, you lot were comparing him to Haaland.
Yeah,
and now they will act like, oh, we were joking. And, we were just like, shut up. You lot were doing that and putting him on that platter like he's going to come and tear up the Premier League. Now he's putting up 15. Oh, no, 15's cute, though. 15's cute. Nah, please. Please.
This isn't
he keeps trying to drag Richarlison. Richarlison is dead food. We can tell you that.
I will say
Richarlison is crap.
I think he'll ever reaches monetary value.
No, it's not. We know this.
I just feel like Fuad is. Fuad, when we signed Nunez, said he was a panic buy. So I feel like he feels like he has to stick by that.
I'm sticking to the same thing
without realising what he's seen.
My opinion has not changed because of 15
goals. And also, with all due respect, we've watched more than you.
No, you haven't, because I watch Liverpool games.
I watch him live in the flesh, bro.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
If that's how you
doesn't mean anything.
You shouldn't have an opinion
on him. Scored against Real Madrid,
literally, that's what I'm saying.
Manchester United.
Man are doing this, I'm at the game, so you can't have an opinion.
No, but Fuad, he scored it in the derby against United, Real Madrid, Arsenal away.
Well done, and that was a great goal against Madrid as well.
So do you feel like, because you said ever, do you feel like that's not even enough to grow onto something to prove that he is worth that money?
I said he can be a useful squad player. Is he not being a useful squad player right now?
Let's run a poll on this. Let's ask you guys.
Do you think he's going to? Do you think he's going to? Let me ask you this: do you think he's going to be the big marquee signing that you expected him to be?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Without question.
I'm glad you said that. I cannot wait till you're saying Darwin out.
What I would say,
I would never say that. I'm not like Tottenham fans who say
it 1-0 down
every 2 minutes.
I can't believe it's only been 13 minutes, to be honest with you. I felt like we'd been having that debate for a good 45.
I just want to add one point to it. I really do.
Go on.
There's progression. I totally see what you're saying. I love football myself, and I'm a purist. When somebody has technical ability, you can realise it straight away. Like João Felix, for example, as we were talking about him. Darwin Nunez doesn't have that, without a shadow of a doubt. But you know who never had that as well? Mo Salah. Mo Salah never had that finesse and that.
Mo Salah, if you saw him at Roma, though, Mo Salah, if you saw him at Fiorentina,
Mo
Salah, if you saw him at Basel, you could see that he had that raw ability within him. And I'm saying he's actually got raw ability where he can make something.
And he has progressed.
He's taken me saying that he's not going to be worth 6.5 as Darwin Nunez is a dud and he's washed.
He
could be a useful statement,
but that's because I don't prop him up like 15 million.
I agree with
to you, it's not a lot. To me, when you lot signed Darwin Nunez and you compared him to Haaland, I expected a game changer. This guy has not been a game changer. He's been a laughing stock most of the season. Scored a couple of goals lately. And now it's like you don't want to change the narrative. You can't change the narrative.
What I would say on that is, Fuad, is that you did make some salient points. However, even I had to prick up my ears when you said, I don't see him ever.
That's a wild shout for me.
Because to me, he does have certain raw attributes that will be very suited to the Premier League, namely pace and strength. Yeah. He's always going to get goals off the back of that alone.
That's a good argument, right there.
So to write him off
his whole career,
at his first season, I think it's a bit premature. But
bruv, I don't think he will. Period.
Well, if you say that,
that's just my opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to accept it. We can all agree to disagree, but I don't think so.
Forever. We are running that poll, by the way. We'll let you know the results of it as and when. If you guys think that he has been a success or if he hasn't.
I wouldn't say he's been a resounding success, but I wouldn't say he's been the failure that we thought he was going to be at the start of the season. I think 15 goals.
What would have been your target for him?
I would have liked to have seen
20 goals,
25 goals, 20 goals, yeah. I would have liked to have seen that.
He's still on course for 20.
For sure, yeah.
I think 15 is not a bad return, to be quite honest. For a 22-year-old that's just come in under big pressure in a big team, I think that's all right.
I think
but I do agree with Fuad, because I know he knows football, he does, and so does Gilly. But he hasn't got that technical ability that we like, lads, and we admire. He doesn't have that, but he's definitely valuable in the team.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway.
Don't want to say what I just saw.
I saw that.
I didn't see
so that's him written off his whole career now.
If you just saw what Darwin Nunez just did there, it's too funny. You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
Yeah, but if he gets a goal in this game and they win...
Fuad speaks very early, you know. He can do
what he wants. He can score a goal. That doesn't mean he's...
But the more goals he scores, do you not then go, fair enough, he's actually scoring a lot of goals now?
That's what he came in to do. Useful squad player.
Useful squad player.
No, but as a striker, he's
our main man, bro. He's our main man.
I don't know about that. I don't know you can ever say he's the main man while Salah's there.
I don't think
you can ever say that.
Refined footballer, technical ability. No one's sitting here thinking that. Definitely not. He's not Bobby. He's not Thiago. Like, we know this. But he does have value to us.
Because do you know what my thing is? Is because I feel like lately Darwin Nunez has hit a patch of goals where it's in the Champions League as well. Liverpool fans are now starting to almost buy their Darwin stocks again. And the thing is, it's with players like Darwin. I always feel, and I'm not saying you lot in particular. I'm saying other Liverpool fans. I've seen them kind of flip flop with him. But what happens is players like Darwin, when they're not easy on the eye, if you like, they go through a dry spell of form. Timo Werner is another example with Chelsea fans last year, I can think. They go through that dry spell. No. I mean that dry spell of where they're not hitting form, they're not getting you goals, they're missing those big chances. I remember Arsenal fans with Giroud a few years ago, time after time missing those big chances where you're like, what the hell is going on? Exactly. I'm sorry, Liverpool fans are eventually going to say, forget the 15 goals or whatever, get this guy out of here. And especially when you cost the money that he's cost, when Liverpool are competing where they're competing, now they're not competing for anything. They're 8th. It's like, all right, cool, it don't matter. When it's the title race and he's costing them points in the title race because he's missing these big chances, I want to hear the narrative change. That's what I'm saying.
I hear that.
You'll never catch me ever saying...
Actually, right now, though, he is taking his chances in the big games. He scored against Real Madrid and it was a fantastic goal, and that's a pressure goal.
The back heel.
I think he is.
Oh, go on,
You ain't got it in your locker.
Oh.
Sorry.
That was exciting.
But yeah.
Yes, Kurt.
So, Fuad, let me ask you a question. Do you not think that 15 goals that he's got so far is a decent return so far? He's on course.
Is that 15 in the Prem or all comps, by the way?
12 in all comps, 15. Sorry, 12 in the Prem, 15 all comps.
For a first season,
okay.
Do you not think that's an okay?
That's okay. I agree. It's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's on course
but it's not terrible either. It's not awful either, right?
It's not. It's not awful. I've said that.
What I would say is, at the first half of the season, he was that player that you're talking about, lad, and everyone was terrified of him because he'd be like, "What have we bought here?" But he has progressed, lad.
He has.
And he's found his feet a little bit, and I'm happy about that.
So you don't think that progression will ever get more than it is now?
I think there's a ceiling on it. That's my
thing.
Is right I don't believe you. I think you think that there's this unlimited ceiling that he can finally become this total player. I think there's a ceiling on that progression. Once that ceiling hits as well is when almost that harsh reality is going to hit.
Just to add to this, right? So there's no player that's going to win you every game, lad. I think Liverpool have never been that team to have one sole player and put the whole responsibility onto them. Mm-hmm. We play players at their strengths, and so yes, he can reach his potential through his strengths, not to be the number 9 that everyone thinks he's going to be.
Drogba's first season, I think he scored 11.
We can get the best pace out of him, we can get the best strength out of him, and we can get the best chaos out of him. And that's his potential, lad. That doesn't mean he's going to be the best footballer in the world. Nobody's saying that. Mo Salah has never been a technical football player. Mane was better technically, but we got the most out of them for their strengths. And that's what good teams do.
What is going on with everyone
Curtis
tonight?
Jones just literally fell over.
No,
on the
loads
ball
of
there.
people are, you know. I don't know if you've seen Enzo before. The ball
Yeah,
coming over
no,
the top
I
of him
saw
and it's almost the back of the head.
Slippery
It's mad.
surface at
Right, do you want
Stamford
to read
Bridge
through
there.
some super chats? Let's
Go
just
for
pause this debate for a moment.
Big debate that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Sorry, Abby. Sorry, Abby.
Hey, they'll get a nice clip out of it.
I'm glad I asked it, because that's taken our 15 minutes.
She asked the question and was like, bloody hell.
Ahmed says, if Liverpool lose, they will be 9th. Does that qualify for the Conference League?
No.
No.
And actually, if we finish 9th in the league, I'd rather not have Europe and just focus on the...
Absolutely.
You've seen Newcastle this season. They've been able to focus on the Premier League and they've been fantastic as a result.
They have. Another super chat from Amir, who says Klopp doesn't always start Nunez. Just to let you all know, the chat has been very mixed. In terms
will be.
of
It will be.
And it
It's
should be.
with
And it
Nunez.
should be.
Team Fuad. And
Yeah, it will be.
And
I
it should
expect
be.
it.
And it should be like that.
I'm saying impartial.
Football opinions, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's very mixed.
I think the one thing we can all agree on, though, is
And I can
much
hear
better
both
signing
sides as
than
well.
Richarlison.
Yeah.
Big time.
I think we
can all agree.
everyone
You
can
would
agree on
agree
that.
on
Listen, I told you, lot, Richarlison, that the deadline day, DR Sports,
Brother,
we
please
did a
don't,
stream.
because we were done the World Cup together, and I remember you talking about
No. Richarlison for Brazil
Bro.
and Richard
Bro.
at
Bro.
Tottenham.
Bro.
Two different
Man
people.
said,
Two different people. Two different people.
No.
Am I lying? Abby, am I
No,
lying?
he's not
Backtrack.
Am I lying?
I just have to read you this
Richarlison
one.
at Brazil and Richard at Tottenham. Two different people.
We can talk about Richarlison.
Still
but let me,
technically the same person.
No.
Let me,
Referee, is that not a foul?
Let me read you this
On
super
Fab?
chat and then we can talk about Richarlison, as everyone seems to want to talk about him. It's from Chief Nama, who says, nah, Fuad is a gaslighter. This man said, I never said ever, then went on to say never. Darwin has all the attributes
Yeah, you
to become
forgot
a
about that
special
one, bro.
player.
That's
Hey, come on, man. Gaslighter 101, B.
Laurie had receipts for you as well.
Do you know what, that was the annoying thing? You chimed in, I was like, I want to go away with it.
That's what made my ears
I would have got
I
away
was like
from it
listening,
if it wasn't.
and then when you said ever, I was like, what?
I'll tell you what, that's not going anywhere. That'll be clipped, that'll be on there.
It's all good, baby.
What you've
I
got to
live on the
understand
When he
internet.
scores a hat-trick against
I live on the
Tottenham at
internet.
Anfield, I want to see that clip.
What you've got to understand about
I do.
Fuad, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what team you are, you're getting it. That's just the way it is with
Bro,
Fuad.
I deal with it all the time, so listen, man.
It's the venom from Sport and Tottenham, innit?
It's the vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's the
you know what I
venom.
mean?
He's
I
built it
don't
up
start
over
it.
years and years,
I just
lads.
take part in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So let's talk about Richarlison.
Go on then.
The
What
flop of
don't
the
What do
you
you-
kick it
what do you
off
wanna talk
as-
about?
as
No,
you
I'm
want to?
calling him the flop of the season.
I agree.
And I don't even think
For that money, yeah.
anyone around this table can question that.
I
The
think
only
on-
thing he's excelled in is shithousery.
On Saturday
That's
football.
facts.
On Saturday.
He played.
Laurie speaking.
He's played
Facts for
9
once.
times all season.
No, he's actually, I think, started 12 of the 19 games. If I'm not
And can I
mistaken.
say,
No chance.
No chance, no chance.
and can I say, you
Are
know,
you sure
you know
it's
the
not?
thing
Let me
about
show you. Let
Are
me
you
show
sure
you.
in terms of coming on as a sub? Are you including that?
100%. I'm telling
sure
you now.
it's 9 starts this season.
I'm talking all competitions, by the way. I'm not letting him off the hook for Champions League as well. You can do that. I won't. No, he ain't tricking me. I said,
and it bounced and landed upwards. Look at that.
That's such a shame you don't have a camera.
I know.
No, first.
Freestyle DM and that, you know what I mean?
Freestyling.
Oh, it's 1-1. Oh, no, it's not.
Look at that. You type Richarlison into Google.
And
What
your
is
face-
this?
Your face is there,
My
bro.
face is there saying, has Richarlison been the worst signing of the season? DR Source clip.
you go.
There you go.
So you
Famous
agree?
guys,
We made it,
type
baby.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
Listen, I've already made the statement.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Do you know?
I think when you oh my God,
What a guy.
Reece James,
Offside.
half volley slammer is offside.
he was
Well,
off celebrating.
That's why everyone stopped playing. Like, he scored that goal, so everyone stopped.
I don't know about the hair.
No,
No, I said that. I was like, Reece, what have you done?
No, I'm
lads?
with it, man.
He's had too much time off, hasn't he?
I think he's trying to look like his sister.
Terrible.
His sister's a good player as well, by the way.
Yeah, she is actually Lauren James.
Offside, yeah,
He's got
offside.
love.
Okay, so it is still 0-0 in that game. Continue, Richarlison.
Yeah, you have to say flop of the season. I think when you look at 19 games played in the Premier League, still not scored. considering Son's been way off form this season, you've had the opportunity to take his place. Kulusevski's been in and out of the squad. You've had the opportunity to take that right wing. Even stepping in for Kane for games when he's not kind of been there. And he's not really taking a chance with any of them.
He's definitely offside. I can see by the naked eye he's offside.
Yeah, he's definitely off.
Is there any truth to the rumours that he was the chief agitator in getting rid
It don't even matter if he was.
No, I'm asking
opinion,
you
but
as a Spurs fan.
I haven't heard that there was a chief agitator.
I don't think he
marginal.
could be,
This
but it wouldn't
shouldn't be
surprise me in a
is it this
squad
different?
that lacks a lot of personality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That someone like Richarlison, who has that personality, can come into that dressing room and rile up something.
I don't think it was just one particular player. I think it was a collective.
I do think this squad, though, is capable of, every time it does get tough with the manager.
Oh, yeah.
I think they all tend to be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah, do you know why?
We know how to get him out. Let's just
Do you know
down
why?
tools,
Because none of
complain about
them
training.
have a pair of bollocks and none of them have a backbone. But that is
Faktosh.
the DNA of Tottenham. That's
Faktosh.
how
Can we all just look at this picture dead quick?
And I don't even know how this is still being checked. It's so offside. Unless you're seeing another angle somewhere
Actually,
else.
you know, looking at it again.
Laurie. That's
No,
offside,
are you
matey.
looking at
Is Konate playing him
His
on?
knee. Look at his knee.
He's off. He's off.
I don't know why that took so long.
You're mad. I could see that with my naked eyes.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't.
need gigs for that. Sorry.
Sorry, just but what we were talking about on Tottenham, that it's not just a Conte thing or a Richarlison thing. This same thing has happened year in, year out. I mean, think about with Poch. You know, they let him down massively, and then they're all crying about it on Twitter, saying we're so sad that you've gone. We love you, but it's like you weren't there. You had no backbone. You had no bollocks for the manager. So it is what
One
it
thing
is.
I would say on that, and I was chatting to Robbie, we both kind of identified this. So when Pochettino left, I seem to recall him making a similar statement about certain players playing for themselves. Same thing that Conte
still there.
said. So one name sort of came to mind straight away when he said that, Harry Kane. Is he been implicated in that?
Nah.
Fuad?
Nah, you're reaching there.
Maybe
Sorry.
I am.
Welcome.
Clutching at straws there,
No, but
Laurie. Sorry.
Is it certain man playing for their own
Nah, I
accolades,
think you're
or-
looking. I think they're talking about the attitude of the players
Yeah.
in general, and there's been like a spine of players you could say that have probably been.
Name them, name
Son
names.
Heung-min, Kane, Lloris, Dyer,
you are naming
Davis. I'm naming the same core that's been there through all these managers.
Through all these managers.
So it's not. I'm not giving any players excuses. They were all a
Lucas.
part of it. Lucas Moura. It's all that same spine. Let's be honest. And every
Moura.
time you see that
Lucas Moura.
embarrassing Sheffield result, go look at the squad. Same names. Every time you see that embarrassing defeat to
Dyer,
Everton in
Davis,
extra time,
Lloris.
Yeah.
it's the same names every time.
It's about
when
it's
we
about
lose to
mentality.
managers
They've
in
got-
prison, go look at the team sheet. Same names every time.
That was jokes.
It's the
That
facts.
was one of the highlights, actually. one of my highlights. The manager was in prison and he still lost.
Listen, imagine being in a cell giving out tactical instructions on how to beat Tottenham, and you actually do the damn
Yeah.
thing.
From
Bro,
yourself.
forget about it, man.
On your
Fold the
burner
club.
phone. On your burner.
Go on.
All right, let's read a few more chats. ALMAO says Darwin isn't a flop when you look at him as a normal striker. He's a flop when you look at him as a supposed rival to Haaland. He's a victim of Liverpool fans' expectations.
Yeah, I would agree. Without a shadow of a doubt.
I wouldn't even describe him as a flop, you know.
I don't think he's a
No
flop.
one's mentioned the word
Everyone's
flop.
a flop next to Haaland. That's
Yeah,
no,
that's
No, but
reality.
that's a very
Oh, this is...
pejorative term to use.
no,
it makes
it's not. It's not the right word to use. Yeah.
Because Haaland, let's be honest, he set his own standards.
Yeah.
So that is.
We're crap, you know. I don't know if anyone's actually watching
How
this
can you
game,
get
but we're bloody crap
15
at the
goals
moment.
so far in the season?
Joe Gomez just blindly gave the ball away there.
Logirex said Timo Werner had 12, 13 goals, also about the same time for Chelsea, and he was called useless.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
because he had
but-
5 seasons of uselessness. So
No, it wasn't 5 seasons. It was about
Okay.
2.5, to be fair.
3 seasons. And I think they're two different players. I think they only get compared because of the pace and the way they get in behind. But Darwin would body Werner, body him.
Yeah, I agree.
Headbutt, no?
Oh.
Ah!
Chelsea coming away here. Oh, he's through.
he's in.
Havertz!
Oh my
Slop.
lord.
Chelsea should be
typical
winning.
Havertz
Honestly,
finish.
Chelsea should at least be winning 1-0.
Now, you're talking about flops. Perhaps we should be talking about
Havertz.
that man there.
I don't think he is a flop, you know.
No?
I really don't. I think he's got a lot of technical ability. I think he's been put into a
Scored in
role
some
of a
big
goal
moments.
scorer.
That wasn't very technical.
He was a number
there,
10 before he come there, and now he's been put into a number 9 role, and he's expected to score loads of goals. That's not who he is. He's a creative footballer, and I think he's being expected to get 20-something goals a season. It's not fair on him. But I think he's a good good footballer.
He's still popped up at very big moments.
And he scores against Liverpool
He is a good
all the time as well, so that's maybe why I'm giving him a rating. He does last season, he did. This season, no, the other. And then the second game he scored as well.
No, that was Kovacic.
Kovacic scored the screamer.
Oh, got an injury there.
Yeah.
De Gea,
Handball.
That's definitely a handball. Come on.
De Gea United fan says Richarlison and Nunez are both quality players, both at new clubs. It takes a season or two, sometimes no magic wand.
I think Richarlison.
But you know what it is, right? You can still be a quality player and still be a flop.
And Nunez has scored 8
of course.
in the Prem.
8 in the Prem,
12,
okay.
Yeah.
No, right.
The chat want you to know that it's not 12.
Okay.
Oh, you see how they're trying to stat pad, yeah? I appreciate you, chat.
You got me saying that when they
Hey, man.
catch you.
All right, so we did
man.
run that poll. We said, will Nunez live up to the big price tag? I want you to guess, both of you, what do you think?
100%
No.
yes. I say
What percentages no? What percentages no?
I say 65% say no. Because I like to think they have sense.
It's not sense.
If they've got sense, then they'll do the opposite of what he just said.
Yeah, that's not sense to call him a flop. He's not a
No,
flop.
is it flop?
What do I
Is the
think
question
personally,
flop?
or what do I
No,
think
what do you
the
think?
poll said?
What do you think? It said, will Nunez live up to the price tag? No
Yeah.
or yes?
Oh, I didn't listen correctly. Sorry.
Listen, lads, yeah?
Of course.
You think yes?
I think, but do they think that? I don't know.
65 million? Yes, he'll live up to that price tag.
Okay.
Keep trying to deflate that
poll.
He's
number.
not going to win the
is
Prem,
it?
and he's not going to win a
I did
Champions
a
League.
quiz
It's as
recently,
simple
it
as
was
that.
I think the
68
poll will
million
say
tops.
no.
All right. Well, you are correct. The poll said no, 59%, and yes, 40%.
Which is
that
still
was
quite tight.
747 things.
Still quite tight. Still quite tight.
HK says Nunez has 8 Premier League goals, same as Danny Ings.
Fair play.
Danny Ings played
Fair
for
play.
2 clubs, though.
I actually rate Danny.
Also,
Ings.
Danny
I
Ings
think
is a
he's alright.
fantastic
Yeah,
footballer, by the way.
think
Just
he's
so you know
alright.
that. I don't know how he can be called a
Social
good
media
footballer.
has killed
Yeah,
football,
it's
you know.
mad, you know.
It's mad.
Just give Darwin his time, and if he's good, he's good, and I can see potential.
I think
in
the
him.
problem is we've already touched on a lot of people comparing everyone to Haaland. That's an unfair
Yeah,
comparison.
He's
Can't
just
do that.
phenomenal, unbelievable
because the
human
man's
being. mate.
risen the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's-
So,
Harry Kane, how many goals has Harry Kane got this season? 27, is it?
21 in the league, I think it
And
is.
27 altogether.
Yeah.
And that's not even getting looked at because of how good Haaland is.
Yeah.
You know, Haaland is unbelievable.
So-
Haaland
No,
only
it-
takes the odd penalty, whereas
For Kane, it's just
Has
normal
there
business.
ever been a goal scorer like this in the Premier League straight away in the first season? This is the best anyone's ever done in their first season, isn't it? Not even Salah, lad. Salah got
What?
44.
He's
didn't
not reached the record yet.
I would
though.
say that
Hold on, hold on,
you'd
hold on, wait, wait, wait.
expect
Premier
to
League,
get
though.
that in that
Salah
City
got a lot of
side.
goals, lad. A lot.
You
What are you talking
would
about? That wasn't
expect
Salah's
that.
first season in the Premier League.
He got 30
Oh.
first, I think.
30,
I tell you what would be
He
a
got
real
what in
try.
his first season in the Premier League?
Yeah.
First season.
Honestly,
He
lad, it
scored
was
44
mad.
in all
That
comps.
wasn't his
mad.
first season in the Premier League.
Let's check.
No, because he played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
That
went
will
over
never
there, that one,
count.
that one. It does. It
No, it doesn't.
First season for a new club in the Premier League after being away for a few years.
After
from
being
the
away for a
Premier
few
League.
years.
Okay, yeah, fair play.
but
It's
you
not
know,
his first
you know
season,
what's
fair
crazy,
play.
guys? You know,
There's actually only 2 players that
His
have
first
scored
season
more
for Liverpool.
but you know what's
in the
crazy?
first season. It was Van Nistelrooy and it was Salah.
Do you know what's
Van Nistelrooy.
crazy though? A few weeks ago, or certainly around the World Cup time, people were having a go at Ireland, saying that it's to the detriment of the team.
I know,
it
it's
being in
crazy.
there.
It's
and I just
crazy.
could not understand.
There
what
is a
people
small
were saying.
argument though to say that they're less direct
Yeah.
when he's not playing.
They beat us 4-1.
I still agree.
They beat
But they
us
still
4-1.
score goals
He
with
certainly
without him.
enhances
every
the
year
team,
without him.
though.
He scored
People were saying
50%
that they
of
were
their
a better
goals.
team without him.
Yeah, but
Different team.
They do. I do think they are different with Haaland.
Of course they are, because he's a
Yeah,
different player,
but I
but they
think-
score more goals with him.
Yeah, they do score more goals, but I think he's amazing, Haaland. But I would like to see Haaland at. I'd like to see Haaland do it at Tottenham the way Kane does it for Tottenham.
Yeah, I get that.
Because
get
obviously,
that.
I think it's great for anybody to walk into that City side. You will get goals, and if Harry Kane would have moved to City when they made that silly offer for him,
Wow.
he also would have been up there in terms of those numbers. But to do it at a team that doesn't create all the time, you don't have that all behind you. I'd love to see him be able to do it in that team. But
I don't think he
that's
would.
not to take away that I don't think he's amazing. But I think I look at Harry Kane and like, how on earth is he doing that in the team he's in?
Much more well-rounded player. And he's had to be because he's
Yeah.
played for Tottenham for 10 years.
It's-
And that's not me
yeah.
disrespecting
No,
you.
that's true.
That's just because he's had to take the responsibility of the game so much.
And I must
Yeah.
admit, this may sound slightly odd, especially coming from an Arsenal fan, but I actually enjoy watching Haaland play. I think he's a force of nature.
He is.
What he does is just like it's a good for the Premier League brand.
Genuinely, I think that he's got massive
Oh,
legs.
I love
He's
Kante,
bossing
man.
it
That's a
up.
foul. Caught him there.
Nah, he won the
It's a
ball
foul.
there.
He's got massive legs as well. That's why he's so good on the back post.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
It's not just his head. He can just reach everything so high. Some people's jump are not as high as the way his leg can reach, mate. It's
And his ceiling as well. I mean, how old is he?
22, 23.
That's mad.
It's crazy. What
Unbelievable.
he's nowhere near reached his physical prime yet.
And he's already a monster.
Exactly. So
Scary, like. But it is reality. Sorry.
No, go on.
It is reality. Like they are second in the Premier League, and they're not first, and they're
going to
less
stay
points
second
at this
in the
point of the
Premier
season
League,
than they are last season. But then you've got to look at the referee in this Premier League season has been awful. And the one that stands out for me is the Marcus Rashford goal against City when they give that was preposterous. That was to me when he was obviously influencing play, and he still give the goal. That was madness. And you do have to look at that and go, okay, so maybe they've been shafted a little bit, and I do think that referees have something responsibility of that to look at, to be honest with you, because that's a bit dodgy.
what is that?
Yo, Alisson playing at the back here.
Honestly,
That was so sloppy from
this
him.
first half, Liverpool have been.
It's been a horrible first half.
Yeah, we've been really poor.
You look so shaky every time you get the ball. Like you've just got mistakes all in you.
Lack of
Back
confidence.
Is that what it is? Confidence. But even with Alisson,
Yeah, Alisson's he's not lacking confidence. He's frustrated with us. He's absolutely frustrated with the lads in front of him because he's been our best player all season, without a doubt. He's stopped 11 goals from going in the goal.
But you know what? Dare I say it? They say the table doesn't lie, and what we're
It
seeing
doesn't.
here is two mediocre teams.
Yeah,
And this is why,
it's true.
come Saturday,
Better win on
this
Sunday,
weekend
then.
on Sunday. Sorry.
Better win on Sunday.
We
if
will.
we're mediocre.
I've got absolutely no doubt.
You
I
think
don't
you'll
know,
win?
right? This is the thing.
You think you'll win on Sunday, yeah?
Think.
Do you really think you'll
Wow.
beat us?
I really.
Considering you've not beat
Give a
us
score
there for
prediction.
12 years.
you got to
That's
say
history.
it. You got to
Give
say
a
it with
score
your chest.
prediction.
Say it with your chest.
No, I'm
Chest.
saying it with
What's
chest.
the score
I'm
prediction?
not. Listen, I'll take my glass
We'll
off.
come back
you
to
man
this.
in the eye.
Fair play.
I'll look you in the eye.
Fair play, Laurie.
Come on,
Look
are
me
you
in the
not
eye,
seeing
then.
what I'm seeing tonight? You got smoked
The
at the
game's
weekend.
not over
Look
yet,
at today.
by the way, but
I would
Chelsea
say,
had their Scholes boots on. You lot would be at least 2 down already.
I agree. However, when
There
you
is
go,
nothing to fear from Liverpool.
except for Anfield. Anfield
that's
is
what
to
United
fear.
thought. That's what Flex said. There's
beat
nothing
City
to fear.
at
Yeah, but
Anfield.
we're not United, bro.
Just to give you a few, Laurie, right? We beat
You lost
City
to
this
them,
year. We beat City this year at
Yeah,
Anfield.
we
We beat
also
Napoli
beat-
at Anfield. We beat top teams at Anfield this season, mate. Even though we're doing poor,
Yeah.
Anfield is different.
But you
for
know what
us.
the difference is now is momentum and form.
Yeah, with you've got it without
Yeah,
a shadow of a
you're
doubt.
not. You're not that dude anymore, man.
No, we aren't. But Anfield still is that place.
Did you see the Anthony Joshua
I feel
fight
like you're
on
being-
Saturday? It's a similar type
You
of
should
scenario.
take a leaf out of Ty's book.
Sorry?
Ty yesterday came up to me and said, "Oh, you looking forward to Sunday?" And he said, "No, because you can always turn up. Look what you did against United." But you're saying,
I'm
"Do I think?" Of course,
I'm very
we'll smoke
different
them.
to Ty in the way I think, man.
Okay.
I mean,
You're saying you're more
I'm
delusional
just
than
saying.
Ty. Is what you're telling us right now, essentially.
I
No,
don't
I'm
think
not.
Because
anyone
if
can
Ty
be.
doesn't even believe that they can go to Anfield and smoke them,
Then you must.
no, we don't need to smoke them.
I don't think
But that's what you said.
No,
No,
won't be a
that's what you
smoker.
No, I
said.
didn't. I
You
said
said you
that.
smoked them.
No, I said that.
What you said was a
City
free
smoke
vibe.
I said City smoked them. That's what I said.
Okay.
No, I don't think you did.
Which
Okay.
no, they
Definitely.
no.
Still waiting for your
Okay.
scoreline.
I don't know.
We'll
Chelsea
win.
aren't winning
We'll
this game
win.
right now. They're
Could
probably-
I
be
need-
by
I
2
need a
clear
score.
goals.
I need-
2-0, 2-1, 3-1. But I'm very confident, and I'm not. It's not cap.
We'll see.
No
We'll see,
cap.
man.
No cap. All right.
can
Let
clip this
us
man.
know
Touch.
in the
I'll be in touch.
in the chat.
Jason, you can click this, yeah.
Please do.
Dangerous when you ask people to clip.
Go on.
Dangerous, man. Go on.
Hey, but if they win though,
If they win, there we go.
he's cooking with that clip.
Okay.
Cook you hard.
Are you worried about Newcastle away? Because surely you got to be worried about that game. Because no matter what form they're in,
said that,
historically going there is
That's
difficult. Even when
Listen,
they're crap.
what
lost it
I
when it
would
mattered
say
last year.
What I would say is that both us and City will drop points before the end of the season.
I agree.
Both teams will.
I agree.
But I fully expect Arsenal to win the title this season.
I think you're going to
I
win
think
it.
if
I
you
do.
look back at some of the games recently, you can see a certain trend developing. The momentum is with us. The vibes are with us. Seriously, I'm
what?
telling you
The
now.
Vibes, you know. How many points
The
you get
vibes.
for vibes?
Is that what you need to win the title now? Yeah, the vibes.
Just go and ask
You do,
Reece
lads, yeah,
Nelson.
you do need vibes, lads. You need good
Listen,
energy.
Yeah.
There's been
Vibes,
certain
hype.
pivotal moments already in this season
Vibey.
I think
where,
that I
where
agree.
we've pulled games out that previously
vibey,
that
yeah.
would not have happened.
I agree. I think City have left it too late. City have left it too late to
Hey.
turn on it.
Not only that, you
Didn't
factor
it,
in.
wasn't the Aguero season a similar scenario?
Yeah, it was,
like
and
this?
wasn't last season similar as well.
Never
they
too
always
late.
do that. I understand
Never
that.
too late.
But
Hey,
no
man.
one, They've got
Don't count them out.
8 points.
I'm
Never
not counting
count
them.
All
Pen
right,
out.
I need to read some chats, guys. So we're going to have to pause this for a moment. Good vibes. Alec Hayes says, modern day soccer, the price of these players lately is a joke. Look at
It is.
Nunez, Anthony, Maguire, Richarlison, Lukaku. The
Enzo.
expectation that comes with that crazy price tag is high.
Agreed.
That is true. That is a
Agreed.
good point, actually.
Okay, I'm just scrolling for some more. There's a lot of chats.
It's like when you move from the north to London and then tenner becomes 100 quid.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the Premier League is like to every other league.
Yeah, absolutely. Tina says Doyle, Carroll had a... I don't know what that is.
Carol.
Carol.
Oh, tackle. Carroll had a tackle on Ericsson and he did get sent off for the tackle.
Oh, Darwin Nunez.
That was a red all day long. Liverpool gonna you Arsenal.
I like what you did there.
That was genuinely the word for word. I can say it again.
I don't know what it means, though.
I'm thinking about Darwin Nunez
When you learn
referencing
how
him
to
as Andy
construct the
Carroll.
sentence better, I will answer the
Sorry,
question.
Could I just ask, with respect, Abby, could I
Yes.
just ask Doyle and AGT a question? Okay, I know you've quoted this so-called Anfield factor, but apart from that, what else gives you confidence? I mean, I'm looking at your team
7-0.
tonight.
What do you mean, what gives us confidence?
The fact that we've beat big teams, so
We've
City.
only lost one game at home this season to Leeds.
Yeah.
You haven't won from 2011, so let me re-ask you. What does you give? What
Current
gives
form.
you that much
Current
confidence?
form.
Fair.
But you haven't done this in 11 years, so
Yeah,
how...
but that
I
11
know you
years
keep
is not
saying
current
history,
form.
but it counts for something, man.
AGT, 11 years is not current form. Oh.
I mean, if history doesn't count, why do you always say the history of the Tottenham then?
Oh.
I didn't say that.
I mean, every Arsenal fan
Yeah,
does.
I didn't
Every
say
other
that.
fan
I
does.
would say that Arsenal have
History
the
don't
best
matter.
chance in the last 12 years to beat us here without
course
a
they
shadow
do.
of a doubt. But I still think that when you go to Anfield, no matter how poor we are, we did it for years against United when we were crap. We still put up a good performance against them, mate, and it's going to be a difficult game for you. It will not
Yeah,
be,
it will be a difficult
won't be
game.
a
I'll
walk
give
in
you
the
that.
park.
It will be.
definitely won't.
It's not going to be easy.
No.
None
The way
of,
you
none
were
of our
going
games
on,
are
it
going to
was
be easy.
an easy 3-0.
It was a given,
The way
yeah.
you were going on, like...
No, I just said I'm confident. I didn't say it was going to be
And you
easy.
should be confident.
That's a
Your
foul,
team's
right?
playing amazing, lads. But it's Anfield is still Anfield. That is a corner. That's definitely a corner.
Thank you.
There's a nuance there, yeah? Because I'm speaking with confidence doesn't mean to say it's going to be easy. But I'm basing my confidence on results, on the way we're playing, and on the way you guys are playing.
Fair play. And
And at the moment, I'm not seeing anything here.
That's a corner at the very least.
did
No,
we not get a
goal
corner?
kick.
That was a corner, lad.
Came off Darwin,
It
no?
didn't.
Oh
It
my God.
definitely come off the other lads. That
And
was-
if Virgil
that was a
doesn't
great
play on,
tackle.
Literally
on
came
Sunday,
straight off.
No,
Oh,
it is a corner, it is
he's
a
just
corner.
sick.
It's
He's not
a
like,
corner.
he's got
Okay,
no injuries, he's just
Goal
sick.
kick, no?
And I thought it was a goal kick.
No,
If
it's
it's a
definitely
corner, it's a
corner,
corner. That's
definitely
fine.
corner.
I couldn't really see that.
Okay. it
I
is
think
corner.
you guys
Very
should
good
be
thing.
more worried than us.
Oh, that is so dreadful.
They wanted a corner and that's what they got. Oh, do you know how annoying that is? We got to put up with that with
I
Sam.
know.
He takes the
Honestly,
corners.
we've
I
had
am-
those type of corners for years.
This is depressing me, you know. I can't watch this anymore.
See,
It's
now
so
you know what it's like to
depressing.
feel like us.
I don't want to feel like you
Oh, why not?
because it's crap.
Yeah, it is.
No, yeah,
And we still get up and we still come to work.
That's a foul, ref.
There
Are
is
you mad?
another super chat here from Faxoni who said, what am I talking about? He said, Abby, what are you
Run that
talking
back,
about?
turn it
Haaland scored 29 goals in 27 for Salzburg, 86 and 89 for Dortmund, 21 and 23 for Norway. I just was saying I'd like to see him at Tottenham and do it. That's what I was talking about.
Without a shadow of a doubt, he can score
I never
goals.
said he wasn't amazing. I did.
And there's always going to be, it doesn't matter what type of player it is, you're always going to question what they can't do because
Yeah.
that's football. That's why you have debates about it. It's just the way it is. So, like, it just is.
I'm taking nothing away from him. I
He's
just
unbelievable,
said
yeah.
I'd like to see him in the Premier League at
Yeah.
a team that didn't have the likes of Grealish, Foden, everyone else, De Bruyne behind him. That was all. Didn't mean to upset you. Josh Miller said Saka and Jesus can't wait to play against Arsenal. Can't wait to play against his Liverpool defence, sorry. Arsenal have shaken every poor team this year, but people are still doubting.
You know what, as well?
I ain't doubting
I was
that
going to
one.
pick up on this, but so who's the only team to beat you at home this season?
Leeds.
So you're telling me if Leeds can go there and beat you and we can't? Is
So,
that-
but no one
No, no,
else
no,
has
no.
been able to.
Why is there...
No, no, but
Also,
Leeds did
Brighton
it.
beat you at home.
No, but with
So-
respect, we're talking about you, your team at home. You got beat by Leeds. So I'm saying to you, it's a
In the
very
last
pertinent
minute.
question.
Yeah.
If Leeds can go there and do it, why can't Arsenal?
You can.
No, you can. I'm not saying you can't, Robbie. Don't get
Okay.
it twisted. You can. 'cause-
Robbie.
I just call you Robbie. Fuck.
I mean, you do look very similar. Like, he is his brother.
Do you know what? I'm just used to batting away these questions from
Oh,
Robbie.
my... Did anyone just see that? This is...
You
Oh.
can do it. You can.
That most definitely
if
we
you do
can.
do it, write the name on the trophy. But it's been such a big mental hurdle to the point where your own manager is playing "You Never Walk Alone" out of speakers during
Well,
the
yeah,
training
that
session.
was slightly corny,
saying
I got
there
it.
is one ground that
Oh!
I don't know what happened. It's Anfield. That's your manager saying that. So you ask him. He creates the big environment in training to gear up for this game. So if it's a piece of piss,
all
and he's gonna
managers
win,
will try these little idiosyncrasies to try and get the best out of the team.
What did you think of that?
Idiots.
I thought that was...
You thought that was
You said that was
idiotic,
embarrassing.
I thought that was
basically.
goofy.
You said embarrassing.
I like that word.
I did. I thought
That's
that was
the right
goofy.
word.
However, we are far removed from then.
I love it.
It's a different time.
All right, got some more super chats. Mubzino says Haaland did it for Dortmund with limited chances. Why is everyone on this? This isn't the key point here. It's my opinion. You don't have to like it. That's just my opinion.
State that opinion again.
I just wanted to. I said I'd like to see Haaland do it in the Premier League with a team that wasn't Manchester City and that had De Bruyne, Foden. I'd like to see and compare.
I see what you mean.
When I look at Harry Kane and I
He's
look at
still
what's
done it, to
around
be fair.
him and how consistently he's done it year after year after year with not much help. That was all. Didn't take anything
I
away
still
from
think
him.
he'd put.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
It was just a talking point.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what we're here to
God,
do,
chat.
debating.
Chill out, chat.
Harry Kane, listen, you won't hear a lot of Arsenal fans say this, but I rate the guy highly, man. He's
You
quality.
could never not. You could never not. You'd be lying.
just
We
a
know
bit-
you do.
You'd be lying.
No, but
It's the ones that
it is
hate you
what
the
it
most
is.
that love you the most, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
Cobby,
You see, I'm older, you see, so I don't get like too bogged down in this deliberately trying to be adversarial just because I'm the way I watch
sure
football.
that's exactly what you do.
No, it's not. I will always listen. I'm a big fan of people like Mo Salah. You've heard me wax lyrical about Van Dijk and people
So
like that.
why are
Come
you a
on,
troll
bro.
then?
I'm saying we can beat you, and we're gonna
know
beat
you can.
you on Sunday.
Okay.
I think
it's a
it'll
lot of
genuinely.
chest.
I think you're going to drop points at Anfield. Don't think we'll win, but I think you'll drop
Okay.
points.
What
Well,
happens
we
if you
won't
draw?
lose.
I don't think.
No,
you'll
but
lose.
you said win.
No, I'm saying that we can go there
So
and
what
win.
happens if you draw or lose?
If we draw, I'll take the
What
draw.
about lose?
I'll be disappointed because I think it would have been
oh,
up.
chance.
Please. Oh! Just hit it first time, lads! I'm sorry. I
See,
can't deal with this. This is all.
Last season he would have hit that
yeah,
first
he
time.
buried
and
it
that
as well,
would have
lads.
been a goal.
Why don't you just hit that first time?
Confidence.
Diego
He's on
Jota.
side.
Yeah, he
Lost
is.
it.
He is.
Why,
He is.
brother?
That's gone out
Brother!
of the corner.
Across the keeper.
That's what we were talking about this earlier.
Exactly,
About lack of
yeah.
confidence, taking the extra
The
touch.
classic
Got to make
trait.
sure.
The classic trait of a footballer that is not on form, they always take that extra touch.
Because you know what, as well, even if Crocodile does get a foot on it, it might bounce over the
Please
keeper.
be a good
Might
corner, though.
Who knows?
Please be a good corner.
Corner.
Oh, for fuck's
Timmy
sake.
kiss.
Was
It's it! It's it! It's it!
It's probably
What was
better.
that?
Unlucky.
I've got to say though, watching as a neutral, the
crap,
quality
innit?
of this
It's
game
poor.
has been
Really poor.
Drab, innit?
real.
I've never
Bad,
seen,
man.
even Chelsea side, I've never seen these two teams have such little
Confidence.
confidence and
And
like
you
just
expect
quality.
Arsenal
which
to be
is-
scared of this?
But it's weird, there's no, I don't look at it and say quality because of the team that you've got and the team that Chelsea have got, but when I look at it, it's just like very sloppy, it just,
Yeah.
it's just not a free-flowing quality. Oh my God.
Alisson.
Joe Gomez,
Way out.
honestly,
Oh my God, he's
that
off.
fella.
Go on.
Joe Gomez is
Oh
offside.
my
He's
God.
offside by a mile, man. What are you doing?
Unbelievable.
Wild.
Such a poor game he's had.
It's just bizarre, some of these decisions.
What I would say is this team is a different team to the one that you'll face at Arsenal, without a shadow of a doubt.
At
That
Anfield.
it will be. And also,
Luis Diaz and Thiago both.
mentality-wise as well, mentality-wise, it's also going to be a different team because we're at home. We don't know what... Oh my God, just as I said, Gomez has had a bad game. He just put the best shot of the game.
Kepa would
Why does
say,
that always happen,
Easy
lads?
save.
always.
Oh,
Take
it
this
is,
curse.
it is.
That's
They
a
call
camera save. He could have caught that.
Yeah, I tend to agree
Look
with
at this.
HGT
Look.
on
How are
that
you
one.
punching
Oh
that?
no, that's nice. Get that out your body, as they say.
Yeah, that was a nice
Boom,
shot.
Open up.
Bash.
Whap.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good.
He could have just stood and caught that and rolled it out to someone quickly. That's
Nah,
a camera
it's not
save.
that.
Kobayashi on the super chat said, I'm
There
an
is no
Arsenal
keeper
fan,
to do
but
that.
Laurie might be high. We're not smoking Liverpool at Anfield. Have some respect. I think you're trying to go
I
viral.
didn't say we. I said that they've
He is
been
trying to go
smoked
viral, though.
by City. That's what I
We
said.
did get smoked by City. Yes, we did.
But you
were
went
smoked.
from win to I'll take a draw.
No, I said I will take a draw, but I'm expecting us to win. Worst case scenario.
Oh!
Fabinho.
Fell to the wrong player.
Wrong
I thought that
guy.
was going to go in.
Fabinho
I
with the
really did. I
chance.
thought that was in then.
Going to be half-time any second
Did he even
now.
get it on target?
Yeah, it wasn't a save.
Oh, it's a corner.
It's a
Another
great
corner.
block. Great block from
That was him.
Fofana.
That was
Fofana just getting ahead
Look
to
at
it.
that block.
Oh no, the keeper would have saved it probably, but still, it was on target.
It was on
Another corner.
target. I'll give him
Another
that.
corner for Liverpool.
Good player for fun.
Ahmed Doshan says Madrid 5. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Oh, goodness me. It's going to be half-time any moment.
Do you know that Fofana and Saliba were in that team at Marseille? That was,
French lads.
Not Marseille, Saint Etienne.
Sorry,
yeah?
Saint Etienne.
Get it right.
But yeah, it was the same two guys.
Wesley Fofana's a great little player. When he was at Leicester, you've seen so much technical ability from him.
Well, he's going to be a world-class centre-back.
If he stays fit.
Yeah,
if he stays fit, that's his big question.
Him and Badiashile?
Good little players, them,
Chelsea's
good little
future
players.
is set, man.
Mitch 1992 says Arsenal's only top away game they lost was at Old Trafford. We've still got loads more super chats. Paul Smith said, whatever Laurie says, bet the opposite. He said Wilder would beat Fury twice and AJ would beat Usyk. The zombie fanatic.
Excuse me, we're talking football.
You said Wilder would beat Fury, Laurie, lads.
The zombie fanatic said, we're going to slap you guys 5-0, Doyle.
Oh, no, he's not going to slap us 5-0. That won't happen, mate.
To be fair, right, when it comes to Tyson Fury, because I don't like him, I tend to go against him.
Okay, that's why.
So what I'm going to do next time he's fighting, I'm going to predict that he wins and hopefully he loses. I'm not a fan of Tyson.
You'll get the commentator's case, but in a good way.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Tyson Fury at the moment is the #1 heavyweight until he gets beat.
I agree.
So even though I don't like him, I'm prepared to concede that he is the #1 heavyweight in the world right now, as it stands.
If Usyk was the same size as him, I think they were very evenly matched.
Don't get me wrong, I think Usyk has a very good chance of beating him.
He does.
If I had to say who is the #1 heavyweight, I would have to give it to Tyson Fury.
Pretish says, hate this argument that if Harry Kane played for City, he would score as many goals and that he has a better game. Obviously, he does because he's 7 years older. Hope we get Osimhen, not Kane.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Like,
That's a fair point.
He's 7 years older, 7 years of more experience in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. But it's just the talking debates. That's what it's all about.
It's just a debate.
Yeah.
You know, don't get.
They're both doing the same job, so that's it. That's why we're talking about it.
Yep. Dominic T says, do you think Gomez starts at right back on Sunday, considering Martinelli has cooked Trent every time they've played, especially this season?
Absolutely not. As I said earlier in the stream, Liverpool are 19th for chances conceded. That doesn't matter who starts, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Trent, if it's Gomez, if it's me. It doesn't matter. We're going to concede chances, so stick Trent on, because then at least we've got a chance of getting an assist.
But why isn't Salah starting tonight?
I think he's just trying to switch it up. I think he's going for a strong plan B. I'm going to make a prediction now. I think he's going to make a lot of substitutes in the second half.
Do you think he'll start on Sunday? I am slightly concerned about Salah.
He's being dropped tonight to be fresh for Sunday, I'd say, at home game.
Which is peculiar. Like,
I am a stop short of saying a fan, but I do rate Salah.
Boss, he is boss. He's not at the heights that he's hit this season. Like,
why would you not? That's not a controversial.
Yeah, but this is exactly what I was saying earlier. That I'm not your archetypal.
Trying to prove he's not.
No. Listen,
we believe
I rate that
you.
Messi.
You can look at any one of the period.
Ronaldo.
I don't have a problem in giving credit to players from other teams. I'm not. I don't hate like that. I don't hate like that.
Credit where
it is what it is.
Thoughts on Kulusevski?
Sorry?
No, I'm joking.
Kulusevski's played well for you guys this season. Very good player. Dropped off a little bit in recent weeks, though, hasn't he?
This whole season, to be fair, yeah. Injuries, injuries have killed him, and then just this team.
Yeah, this team all together, mate. That's what
Lord
actually
have
is. Have you
mercy,
sacked
man.
two managers this season? You'll have a Nuno?
No, Nuno was last year.
Chelsea have sacked two this season. We've only sacked one.
That Nuno appointment was a strange one.
Mad one, innit?
It was because we couldn't get Conte in the summer, and we tried to, act all poor and be like, hey, man, can you save us, please?
We also tried to get Potter that same summer, and he said no twice.
It's the same reason why Potter's being sacked now, because Nagelman's come on the menu and they're like, go ahead, we'll have him instead, get out.
Oh, just take him already. By the way, there is 3,000 of you, over 3,000 of you watching. We need to get our likes up, please. So please go and hit that like button. We want
Smash the like button.
At least 1K likes.
Yes, please.
As Alex would say, why rest at 1? Let's have 2.
Let's get 3.
Let's get 3.
Go on,
Let's
then.
get 4. Let's have 4.
Anyway, you didn't answer my question, which was, apart from this so-called Anfield factor, why do you have a problem with me predicting that we can beat you?
I don't have a problem with you
You seem
predicting.
to be almost offended by
it. It's the way you said it. It's the way you said it, like that comment.
We are top of the league.
Respect. You're top of the league, and I've just said you can
put some respect on our name.
Let me finish. If you win it, write the name on the trophy. You get all the respect that you've ever had. But the one thing you've not been able to do in the last 5, 10, 15 years is win at Etihad and win at Anfield.
Okay, say less.
The mental challenge, if you do come past that challenge, that will set you good for years to come. But because it's been loss, I'm just saying, how can you be so confident with your chest
Because of the way we're playing.
I'll give you a mad stat. You know, Laurie. Laurie is a mad stat.
Do you not agree with the old adage, the table does not lie? Who's been the best team in the Premiership?
Laurie, we're not saying that Arsenal are bad.
No, but I'm saying, I'm taking it further than that.
How many times?
What, do you want to go outside?
Laurie, right.
You wouldn't win at that either,
Here's a stat for you, lad.
Well, you're not winning much at this, to be honest.
You haven't won in Liverpool for 7 years, and I don't mean Liverpool FC, I mean Liverpool as a city. You go to Everton and you lose. You
probably lose at Tranmere as well.
I don't know what it is about Arsenal and Liverpool as a city, but you don't win there.
Even Everton, you're right.
And the thing that gives me hope is the fact that we can beat the cities and the Napolis that are flying, and in my opinion are one of the best teams in the world at the moment. So if we can beat them, I do have a hope that we can beat Arsenal. There's no doubt that you're the better team and you're in a better reign of form. There's no discussion in that. You are, but it still is Anfield. You still have that mental block, and we still have beaten big teams there this season.
The table doesn't lie, but the history doesn't lie either, Laurie.
Yeah, but
it won't be this team.
You always get an opportunity to rewrite history, and that's what we will do on Sunday. I'm very confident.
I think I agree with Gilly in the sense that if you win in this one, right, that's going to be massive for you in the next 5 years. Genuinely,
because you can say, do you remember when we did that at Anfield?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
But until you do that, the jury's still out for me.
Okay,
I'm not. I still think you'll win the league. You don't confuse what I'm saying, but I just think the way you've gone on is almost as if to say, oh, we'll win that 4-0. Did you get that vibe as well?
You're being facetious.
I got that vibe as well. I got that vibe as well.
Like,
like, you was coming there to really swash them, basically.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, as we started to ask a few more questions, it started moonwalking a bit more. And by the end, you were going, hee, we'll take a draw.
I'm very uncomfortable with
went from clip me to we'll take a draw.
I'm very uncomfortable with
Jason.
comparison with Michael Jackson. But what I would say is this, right, is that, listen, we all watch a lot of sport. You guys need to recognise that the Arsenal that you're seeing this season, even I've had.
We're all recognising that.
I didn't see it coming.
We're giving you the flowers, Laurie.
Right?
Take them.
But what I'm saying is,
don't give them back to us.
You listen. Maybe on Monday morning you will understand what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
Trust me.
Are you going to be there Sunday?
I'll be here.
Oh, right, okay.
And so will you be, won't you?
No, I'll be at the game.
Oh, you'll be at the game, okay.
Yeah.
But we will speak, and I'm sure
we will, brother. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure when we do speak, you will say, yeah.
By the way, my cousin, who's at the game, has just said, mate, you're really better off not being here. I wish I wasn't. This is awful. We're playing
That's what
like
I'm saying,
shite.
bro. And that was one of the reasons why I was very keen to come on the stream tonight, because I wanted to see up close and personal just what you lot have got. Okay. On Sunday, I accept it'll be, different. You guys will be at home. Man like Salah and probably Virgil will be back. But even so, bro.
But the thing is, if you do win, I don't want you to go see. I told you, because I'm saying you can win. You have the quality clearly to beat us in a game. But so don't be like, oh, I told you we'd win. I said you can win.
I am going to be saying that. Trust me, I am.
Then you're discrediting
I'm gonna
the back and forth a little bit, but.
No, I'm just confident, bro. Seriously, I am.
You've got every right to be confident, man. Every right.
Okay, so it's half time. Alex, would you like to give an analysis of that first half?
Lucky to still be 0-0. Up front, we've rarely created. It's been pop shots from outside the box, deflections. The Fabinho chance, it was the best that we've had so far, potentially. Defensively, again, no communication or consistency or togetherness in the defence. And I think, there's going to be some changes in the second half. But again, I wouldn't make them too early. I'd give it 10 to 15 and then make the changes. But Liverpool, again, this just doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. So it's pretty much par for the course.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
To be fair, low quality affair. Don't think either team have really covered themselves in glory. I think Chelsea have had one or two chances that they could have taken. The Kovacic one was a big one, I felt like. And I can't remember if the first was it Felix or Havertz who broke through. Yeah. So they've had a couple of chances that I thought maybe they could have kind of bit of better quality, which is what I was saying kind of pre-game with Felix. You need to kind of take those chances when they do come to you. But I think if there is going to be a winner now, and I was saying 2-2 draw kind of before the game, I think I'm kind of leaning towards Chelsea more, if anything.
Two teams playing with zero confidence at probably the best. It's probably the best time to play Liverpool, and it's probably the best time to play Chelsea. But when they play each other, that makes for a shit game.
Yeah.
I would say as well, Chelsea, with our starting lineup, they should be beating us with this defence. They haven't played together all season. They're very discombobulated. They've had serious chances and you haven't took them. So they might rue them chances, lad. That's what always happens in football. If you don't take them, it doesn't matter if you've had 12 shots, lad. If I have one on target and it goes in, I've beat you. That's it.
And the thing is Liverpool, of course, have Salah on bench as well.
Yeah.
And Trent as well.
I was going to ask that. Do you
Different.
think Jurgen Klopp's going to make changes at half-time?
Yes.
Not at half time.
No, yeah.
Not
In
at
10
half-time.
minutes, 10 to 15
What
tops. That's the thing, though,
predicted
against
change?
City, I think, obviously, I think Jota would come off for Salah.
For me.
No, I think he's playing on the right, though, Jota, today. So I think Salah comes on for that, to go back in his normal position, and then maybe Gakpo, depending on how well Nunez does. But the problem against City was he waited until the 69th minute to make these changes when we went 2-1 down in the first minute of the second half.
Yeah.
Where's your reactiveness? Where's your, right, let me react to that, let's see who we've got on the bench. It was way too late in that game, and by that point we were 3-1 and it was 4-1 within no time. So if he can, again, get through the first 10 minutes without conceding, unlike we did against City, and then try and switch it up. I mean, we've got players. The bench is stacked, so there's no excuse.
55th minute, 60th minute, that's what he needs to be doing the subs, if it's the same.
57
scored in them 10 minutes.
57 and a half
why
on
not?
the nose.
Right in the middle.
Laurie,
For me,
Chelsea, I want to talk about Chelsea. Give me your thoughts on them. What have you thought about them first half?
much better than Liverpool. Slightly better, but I have to say both teams have been mediocre, and that's me being kind.
Do you still think Chelsea are going to win the game?
Yeah, I do, because I just think Liverpool don't seem to have any real penetration up front. Actually, it could change if they bring Salah on. It could make a difference. But on that first half, I've got to say, the thing that struck me was how poor both teams were at times. Chelsea made a half-decent start, could have gone in front on a couple of occasions. Liverpool did actually come more into it as the half went on, but even so, I think both teams are way off it.
It might be, and do you know what? Genuinely, it might end 0-0 again, you know.
Yeah,
Touch
it
wood,
easily
like.
just
But
be a
honestly,
draw,
I can just see it. If they're not taking the chances that they've already had now,
Yeah.
they haven't had many.
Salah could be that ace in the hole, because he's the one person who could come off the bench and really make an impact.
Gakpo as well, right? I don't know if you've been watching him in recent weeks, Laurie. Honestly, the fella has found his form. He's brilliant at carrying the ball, and I feel like if we can get him involved in the game, he might be able to lay something off to Salah to score. But genuinely, it looks like it's heading to a 0-0 for me. It really does. Another 0-0 battle of the mid crapness where we just
Dare I say
to watch.
it is what it is, which is a mid-table clash.
Both teams playing with no confidence.
It's awful.
All right, there are other games going on in the Premier League this evening as well. Bournemouth are currently 1-0 down at home to Brighton. Leeds 2-1 up. They've turned it around at home to Forest. Huge in that relegation battle. Leicester, they've equalised at home against Villa. And, of course, it is 0-0 in this game.
I must say about Leeds, briefly, that you've got to give the board credit, because getting rid of Jesse Marsh when they did is probably...
Helped them.
Well, they've got to stay up
Probably
first,
good. Yeah,
and then
they've
it
got
will
to stay
prove
up.
to be a good
No,
decision.
but I think regardless of whether they stay out or not, I think it was the right thing
So
to
if
do.
they go down, you would have said a great decision.
No, but
Jesse Marsh.
the trajectory
Might as
was
well have kept
down
him.
with Jesse Marsh. I'm saying they're looking like a better team now.
Well, a win tonight, if it stays as it is, they were 18th. A win tonight, if that will take them to 13th place.
Yeah,
It's
so
so
tight there.
so tight. Honestly, Southampton on 23 points in 20th place. Crystal Palace are 30 points, 12th
I think
place.
Southampton and
7
Bournemouth have
points.
gone.
I think
Crazy.
Southampton I don't know who else is. I genuinely don't. With now that
can't call
Leicester
it.
just sacked Roger, you can't pick it with Leicester or Leeds for me.
Don't
Them
know.
two.
Southampton,
And if Bournemouth win
I think
this,
Bournemouth have gone as
if
well.
Bournemouth win this, they will go. Hold on.
They're not going to beat Brighton.
They'll go.
They won't be.
Who
They'll
scored
go
for Leicester and
13th.
Villa?
They'll go 13th.
Brighton, unbelievable at the moment,
Who scored
and
for
I think everyone's sleeping.
Leicester?
Oh, everyone's sleeping on them, aren't they? Because we're all talking about top four.
Oh no, Brighton are
Brighton, we're in
unbelievable.
with a show for it,
we,
you know.
we have them on Saturday.
Ollie
Unbelievable.
Watkins again.
Leeds,
for Villa.
Leeds goal scorers were Jack Harrison and Sinistera and Mangala for Forest. Leicester, Harvey Barnes and Ollie Watkins for Villa. And Bournemouth, it was a goal from Ferguson.
And Gateshead a 3-0 up at home to Yeovil.
Get in, Gateshead. Right, we are almost back underway.
Juve playing
We
Inter.
have a few more super chats. Garbo says AGT, Arsenal arguably have played the best football away from home,
Tell
with
him.
most of our clean sheets recorded away too. For once, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not scared of Anfield, and something tells me Arsenal are not either.
One thing I would say, I don't want you
Makes
to
a change.
mistake my confidence for arrogance, yeah?
I do think you went to the arrogant side there. I think Fuad agrees.
Don't be trying to moonwalk it now,
Yeah,
Laurie.
come on,
Say
man.
it with chest like you was before.
I'm
man.
saying it with chest.
Don't change up the tone
But
now.
I'm speaking with somebody who has the confidence of a team that's top of the table and on a winning streak.
I know that,
You
yeah.
guys, you're not any... Listen, you are unrecognisable from the team you were a couple of seasons ago.
Even last season.
Even
Would you agree with
6 months ago?
Right,
Well,
so why wouldn't I be confident?
I'm saying you deserve. Have I not said, Fuad, how many times
Yeah.
you deserved? You should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
confident.
Right.
But I think you stepped over the line from confidence to arrogance a little bit, considering you've not had a result your way in 7 years in the city. of
Say
Liverpool.
less. We will see on Sunday.
Let's say less about
Second
it.
half
'cause I'm
off.
fed up of talking about it.
Save
We
the
go.
minimum.
We are back underway. There's more super chats here. Canadian Gooner says, the way you analyse the game, you guys make Neville and Carragher look like geniuses. Well, that was rude.
Did he pay good money to say that to everybody?
Yeah, literally paid good money. So thank you for your,
Yeah,
cash.
big up for the
Also,
support. man.
Thank you for your
nice one
hard-earned
for that.
cash.
Also, there are teams in Canada as well that you can't support if you want. So just one of them, innit?
Name one.
Let's see
Exactly.
if
Toronto Rapids.
Toronto Rap.
Montreal
Isn't it the
Impact.
Raptors?
But they
Is that
play
Oh!
the MLS.
NBA team?
The Maple
that
Dome.
was
something
interesting. Liverpool looked sprightly. Oh, he dropped it!
Ooh, Gepper. 40 side said, Laurie, the last time someone was chatting like this to AGT, they lost 7-0.
Thank you.
Chill, man.
Tell 'em.
Anfield
Tell
is going to
'em.
be very tough.
Tell them. Flex was giving it all of that.
I'm not flex, man.
Gakpo dodged a bullet. Thanks. Nunez awful. Salah washed.
Yeah.
They all scored, by the way. All of them.
And they were phenomenal.
Every single one of them.
Didn't they
Say
score
less.
two each
They
as
were
well?
brilliant
Like, yeah.
goals as well. They weren't shit.
It was
They
the
were good.
wash thing that made it
Oh,
just
man.
so wash.
Matip's just been carded, which...
Fantastic. Love when my centre back gets a yellow.
Like, come on.
What was he doing there?
I mean, is there
Asking
any
for a yellow.
contact there?
Needless
Sal
foul.
Felix was literally sitting in the air then, weren't he?
Needless
Yeah,
yellow card
like,
to give away.
How did you end up there, big man?
Bloody hell, Liverpool.
You know, it's like United gave away that sloppy foul for the cross that led to the second goal for Wilson yesterday.
Yeah.
These sloppy fouls, man. There's just no need. When will players learn?
Not
wanna
today.
It's defenders in particular want to be really tight to the attackers sometimes to let them know them there, but it can be too aggressive.
Oh,
Dan Burns-
that's nice. That's nice.
Taking the physicality out of the
Oh,
game,
this
lads.
is good.
Look at him.
Lost a bit of quality.
On his
There he
knees.
goes.
God, Kovacic
That is almost criminal.
Wow.
is a big chance.
That was
Huge,
almost criminal.
Huge miss, that.
Conte.
How did he miss it?
Poor again.
Conte, mate.
Massive.
Did you see the
Final
strength of him?
third,
He's next to,
always
he's next to
lacking,
Canate.
man.
Centre back is look at
Defence is
position.
all over the place.
Where's Matip still now?
Can't there.
Oh,
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 so
that's
bad.
dreadful.
That's a
You've
really
got to
bad
get that on
finish.
target,
Simicast
man.
did quite well to put him off, I feel.
That was unbelievably poor, that finish.
At last, we get a decent bit of quality in the approach play, and then you go and do that.
Mate,
I mean, if you
even
didn't wanna-
he
you
cut
could've
that
passed
back,
it.
Yeah, he could have cut
You
it
could've
back even.
passed
Like,
it.
that's not just a miss, that's so bad.
3
That's
points.
more like match fixing.
That's so, I know, honestly, lads.
Oh, man.
Ivan
That's
Toney.
And I'll be
mad,
honest
that.
with you, Kovacic is like that in the final
And we
third.
just talked good about him as well before, lads.
He's a quality player, but not in the final third.
Not a
I'll be
striker.
honest with you. Yeah.
Did score that mad goal last season against
Wow.
He has that banger in his locker.
I know, yeah, he scored that, but then misses that. That's much easier chance, that. That's oh, he's been kicked everywhere there,
Is
lads.
he?
But the way
Good tackle
Liverpool were opened up there,
Oh, that's not a
Alarm
surprise,
bells.
though.
Yeah.
We get opened up.
goal.
Like
imagine
a,
if that was Martinelli.
we get
then,
opened up like a
Well, that's the thing.
fate.
You cannot defend like this
Oh,
on
no.
Sunday.
No
I mean,
way.
we'll have more, better defenders on the pitch, I would say, but even so, we still conceded large.
This is what you want me to be scared of. Come on, bro.
Again, confidence, arrogance. Just know the line.
Compilation's going to be crazy.
It's going to be mad. If you don't win on Sunday, it's going to be mad.
Coming for your neck. By the way, Chelsea have failed to score in the first half of each of the last 8 Premier League games at Stamford
No, we're
Bridge.
finishing like that. It's not surprising.
Well, that's the thing. Chelsea are always a bit weird in terms of a striker, aren't they? I mean, it
Yeah.
hasn't worked with Lukaku.
It's a graveyard.
It hasn't.
Drogba.
They haven't had one
Well,
since
even-
Drogba, I was about to say that.
Or Costa.
Diego Costa.
Apart from that, though, I can't
You've got to
give
be
you
a
name.
dog to lead the
Who
Chelsea
do you,
front line,
who do you
man.
think is best then for them to recruit, I guess, in the summer, or can they use what they've
There's
got?
this really good striker at Inter Milan I think they should have a look at.
Who, Lukaku?
Yeah,
Is it? Are
that's
they?
his name.
Is he going to want to stay?
No, I don't think it's down to him, to be honest.
You might wanna
His-
get another
what he
loan.
wants has got nothing to do with the situation. He's under contract. They're going to have to pay big money for the move. He'll
After
just
the
end
way
up
he-
where the clubs decide.
After the way he
Do you think it'll be at Chelsea
carried
though?
himself.
I mean, if I was Chelsea, I mean, if I was Todd Bowley, I wouldn't want to pay him another £1 after how he spoke about the club.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So then
He's done well for Belgium as well recently as well. Isn't he?
He always does.
So,
Oh, look at this.
Oh, goodness.
He's got to
me.
score.
No.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
There we go.
he dinked
He
him.
scored.
No, he
Alisson.
didn't think him. He got so lucky.
Hey,
He
hey,
Havertz
saved
with the
it.
goal.
Havertz stinking Alisson there.
Didn't think him, lad.
He didn't dink him.
Back off of it.
Yeah.
Well, he
But,
attempted
I
a dink
mean,
and it
you
came
got
back off.
opened up again. We just spoke about how easy it was to open. And this is the team.
Oh, Laurie,
No,
you're
fair
on a
play to
wind-up.
Chelsea. They've actually had the better
Yes.
chances in this game. So that's
They deserve
been
to be
coming.
1-0 up.
Yeah, the best
They
way.
did.
Been coming
You're
and
gonna
deserved.
be mad.
That's so lucky, though.
Seriously, are you even
Let's see.
like, bro?
Look, yeah, he tries to dink him,
Oh,
comes
he's
back
handballed
on.
it. It's handball. That's getting cancelled.
It
That's
better
getting
get fucking
cancelled.
lads.
He's literally gone
That's
like
Have a
that.
look at that. It's
It better
come
get
off of
cancelled.
Alisson and it's hit his arm.
Shut up.
If this is
Shut
given
up.
now, bullshit.
He's literally pushed it into goal.
What's he supposed to do? Amputate his hand?
Brother, it's a
No, he
goal.
pushed
It's a
his
goal.
hand out. He
Brother,
pushed-
He's just said it is a handball.
It is 0-0 still.
Fair,
The goal
fair,
is
fair,
ruled
fair.
out.
Get in.
Rules are rules.
What was he supposed to shut up?
Don't act like you
Who
both
is
weren't
he?
sweating it. You were.
No, if
I
I
did-
just said they deserve to be 1-0 up, so I'm now
I did-
buzzing that they're not.
So that's a warning, right, to Liverpool. They've been
We've
so
had a few,
poor.
though. We don't
Yeah,
know what warnings are.
They've been
until
so
they-
poor. So what do? They've had another lifeline.
I would like them to kick the football better. That's what
I would like them
Hold
to
on,
play well
defend
and
better.
win. That would be
Defend
great.
better. This is just so poor tonight.
Really
Look at
is.
that. I mean, what is he doing there?
No,
Back flicking.
oh, legs. Mad.
This
We're
Liverpool.
awful.
Oh, look at that.
We're so
Again.
awful.
Swear down.
Three
Can't win
guys just
anything.
got nutmegged
We're
on the
losing
right.
every single
Kante.
battle.
That's ours if it goes as
We're
well.
losing
Why would you
every
do that?
single battle. All of the battles. Except that one right there. That's what you said it.
Anthony 1993 said Liverpool's form, Newcastle away, is a tougher game for Arsenal.
It is. On this form.
I literally said that earlier. I literally
Liverpool
said
coming
that.
here. Darwin Nunez on the left. Gives it straight to
bloody
Koulibaly.
crap.
Darwin Nunez again. Gives it straight to
Why didn't he
Cucurella.
shot?
Give it straight to nobody, crossed it in, lads.
No,
And
but why is he
defended it
crossing it? He's a number 9. Shoot that. If that's Harry Kane.
They said he's not a number 9. He wears number 27.
No, but
I didn't say that. But 2 plus 7 is 9.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? They don't want their ownership,
2 plus
but they're
7.
ducking from it. We see.
2 plus 7 is 9. Is that what you just
to
said?
me,
Yeah.
he's ducking the fade there, bro. If that is Harry Kane,
Are we in
Haaland,
Dallas or somewhere? Like what?
you shoot from
You basically
there. You're not
shut
looking to
like
pass.
this
Am I right?
defense
or
every
wrong?
day.
I fully agree.
Come on, man.
What?
Hey.
No, just some of your
I agree.
American
I agree.
colloquialisms make me laugh. That's cat, man. Yo, ducking the fade, man.
This actually makes me feel sad watching Liverpool, you know. It's
Yeah, that's
awful.
what you should be focusing
I'm
on.
kind of numb, to be honest. I'm here for a good time. I'm looking at you guys.
You need
calling
another
the game.
Guinness. Ahmed says Liverpool
thanks.
winning is a fluke here, and that doesn't change the fact that
They're
they
not
are
winning.
crap. Klopp era is finished. They're not winning. They weren't winning.
So
Chelsea were
if
winning.
we win and it's a fluke, we're still crap. Is that
Still
what you're
crap,
saying?
yeah.
Right, say no more.
I mean, we are crap, and it will be. Look, unless we turn it on now in the next 40 minutes, and we are better. Yeah,
Subs
we
in the
have been
next 5 now, I'd say.
crap. I
Yeah,
agree.
definitely.
Take Jota off.
But,
And take
yeah,
maybe Nunez.
It
as
is.
well.
It's painful to watch such a fall from grace after we've been
Look
so
at that.
successful over the last 5 years.
So bad.
I have to put that in there because we have been
Murad
successful.
Murad
I
Gaming
agree.
says Liverpool, please play like this on Sunday against us.
You know what this reminds me of? You know, like sometimes
Oh my god.
in boxing, you see this where a guy has got a big fight coming up, and it's almost like they deliberately turn in a lackluster performance in the fight preceding to give their opponent a false sense of security. This is almost what I'm seeing from Liverpool.
I
It's
hope
almost
so.
as if to say,
Do you think we're doing this on purpose, Laurie?
well,
Because if you
I'm
are, why, lad? Because this hurts. It's horrible. I don't like it. Stop
How
doing
can you
it.
tell me that was not a handball, bro?
You know what I would
I'm
say?
saying, what is he
Right.
supposed to do with his hand? I never disputed that was a handball. I agree that's a handball, but what is he supposed to do with his hand?
Yeah.
then?
No,
You'll
he
do
pushed his
straight
hand
away.
towards the ball, though.
No, yeah.
Yes, he did.
He literally just-
He did.
Yeah, I didn't know that flavour.
No, he did,
Ain't no
bro.
need for all
Trust
that
me.
extra.
Look at it
It's definitely
again.
handball, though.
That's Kev, man.
Definitely handball. I agree. Sensible.
And I remember saying to you at the start of the stream that I wasn't a big fan of Havertz. I don't think he's that good.
I think Alisson actually done a really good save. Again, we relied on him to do a good save, and he did. That was a one-on-one situation.
There's
He
only
didn't
so
come
many
out
times
early,
we
he didn't
can-
wait too long. It was a good
Yeah, he
save.
came out at the right
Yeah,
time.
it
He
was-
rushed him
yeah.
just as he put his head down
Yeah.
to shoot.
And then, but it was unfortunate the way it hit his arm, and I think it would have been a lucky goal, and it wouldn't have been the way Chelsea wanted to score, but they would have took it. So that's definitely ours. Yes, good lads. I hate football.
Knowing Klopp,
Why
he'll
does
probably.
Fabinho refuse to change squad?
Knowing Klopp, he'll probably bring on James
Yeah.
Milner in this game. So.
But there.
I think that's partly due to his bad form. The wearing the number 3 as a midfielder. It's disgusting. I feel like it's almost like an unwritten football law.
You think that Fabinho's bad form is because he's got a number 3 in his back?
No.
So Kovacic, he should change numbers as well.
What is this?
I said it's got to be something. Like if you're stinking form, change the squad numbers. Maybe it'll work something. Like we're in number 3 now for how long? All right, cool.
Why would you
It
change
was
it?
nice and cute when you first
What
came
would
in.
you like?
Clutching there, lad.
What would you like?
He's just,
Yeah, it's
I
a
know,
big clutch.
a real number. Do you know what I
Like-
mean? Like a real midfielder's
Like-
number. 6 maybe.
Thiago.
5. Who's
Konate, 4 Van Dijk.
who's 17?
Curtis Jones.
See,
17?
come give me that, man.
What, you think Romero, because he changed from 4
Hey,
to
listen, what you
17?
do-
I
see,
actually think he's
I was thinking, no,
I think he's
because
got
I
worse.
was
Yeah.
thinking Gerard Romero 17.
Here come
more
Chelsea
in
again.
line, but
I
see,
don't
they
know
don't
if he-
understand
They've
that.
got a man over. They've got a man over. How are they going to
Romero.
use it? Oh, there you go.
People think about Tottenham a lot, more than we do.
Oh,
It's been
what's it? Penalty?
Foul to Chelsea.
Penalty?
Well, what are they appealing for then?
How what game are you watching, Lord?
What are they appealing for?
How can it be a pen?
They seem to be appealing for something.
4.
I think
Okay.
it was Kanate. He wants to yellow for
Konate basically
Konate.
assaulting
For a second yellow.
before Simicast joins in.
Second yellow. Konate's not got a yellow.
Both of them
It's mad
should
that
be
we
booked
beat
then.
this season as well,
Oh,
innit?
sorry, it was Matt.
Who?
Us.
Don't mean nothing. Bit us.
It does.
So he's booked Konate or Hendo, which one? Or, no, Simicast.
Simicast.
So Konate's no booking, no?
Simicast.
Yeah, it was a bit naughty. He just
What do you guys
chucked
think of
one in,
him?
right?
Simi?
Yeah.
Started the
Great
season
backup to
fantastically.
Robertson.
Yeah, started the season fantastically. Ooh, dropped off a little bit. I don't think he's been very good this game, to be quite
But
honest.
he'll
with you.
only play if, like we say, he started well. It hasn't been great this. He hasn't played.
Yeah.
Do you think
Robertson
that's because
plays
he's
every
been
game,
copying Darwin Nunez?
Do you think he'll play on Sunday?
And now lacks
Yes,
the
I believe.
individualism.
That's what
Do you think he'll play on Sunday?
I'm asking a question, man.
Hey, being back, like, do you know what? I feel like.
Do I think his hair? Come on, Theo.
Hey, listen,
Before
I
you-
remember when Lukaku had dreads, he was cold. When he cut them, all of a sudden the form went a little bit. When Fernando Torres had the blonde locks, cold. When he cut it, it weren't really there. Sometimes the hair
Man's
can
on
play
a
a factor.
Samson vibe, like
so
he's
I
a-
saw Simicast come in, nice, neat, short hair. He was cold. Saw Darwin Nunez come in, all of a sudden they're doing copycat. Now form's out the window. So I'm asking, do we need to just go back to basics?
That's poor.
Who was that?
Reece James.
Like
Best
Trying to do what
defensive,
Trent
innit?
did a few
Bloody
years ago
hell.
at the same end.
See, new haircut got him acting different.
This is
telling
literally the
you.
goal Trent scored. Like,
Oh, why did he take? That was terrible.
Yeah, he didn't need that.
That was a terrible
Yeah,
layoff from
that was a
Chilwell.
rugby try.
He like dug it into the ground and it bobbled up.
That was symptomatic of what we've been seeing in
Yeah,
this
just
game.
crap. Or just quality. Just awful. It's not hard to do what he just Chilwell to do that. Oh my lord. The amount that Liverpool have given the ball away
we've
today
given it away
is honestly
so much.
unfathomable. I don't know how Chelsea aren't winning because we're trying to get them to win.
No, I do
at that.
not know. So poor
Every
today.
pass is a giveaway, or a foul
Do you think we'd beat Liverpool?
No, because you've tried and you lost this season.
at home as well. By the way.
Yeah, we arguably probably shouldn't have won that game.
But we did.
We were actually, that was one of
But
our
we
better
did, didn't we?
performances. I'm talking
I don't
about now, though.
No, because you've got to come to Anfield.
Harry
to
Kane
beat
should
us.
I
have got sent
don't
off the year
back
before,
Spurs to beat
so
anybody
that's what
really
it
these
is.
days.
Just curious if you thought that maybe we.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
good
nice
ball.
ball. Volley that, blood.
Well taken down though. Shoot.
Nah.
Typical Zhao, man. All the nice touches and the feels and then giving none.
Can't deal with this, you know. I actually can't. It's horrible.
I'm just numb now.
So fun.
I have to say he's been easily the best player on the pitch tonight.
Who? Sal Felix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's been wasteful.
He
I
has,
think he's been the best
but
player
he's
on
still
the
been
pitch.
the best player on
Yeah,
the pitch.
I agree.
Do you think Endo was worth the money?
No, 700 million times no. No one's worth that much money ever.
He played less than 20 league games for Benfica.
He's a good player though. He's not. I'm not saying he's not. Oh, handball.
Handball.
Is that not a handball? No.
Oh, are you messing me?
Hey, if the bald man in the middle said, we go with it.
It must be right then. Yeah, sorry, Enzo, as you were saying.
I'm gonna start. You know what our players should do? Start falling over like this and just handball all the time because it's alright to do that. By the way, innit?
What I would say
That's what
about
reminds me of.
what I would
Xabi
say about
Alonso.
that is
Yeah, I said that's exactly what I said on the last stream.
well, there
wasn't
you
it?
go. There's that
Reminds me of
pace.
Xabi Alonso the way he plays.
Oh shoot!
Do you think he's one for next season where we'll see his full potential?
Yeah, I always think though players who play in that number 6 kind of deep line role, they don't really get appreciation until after like a number of years.
They get it now because that's the most, in my opinion, centre defensive mid is one of the most important roles in modern football because no one plays 4-4-2 anymore. We play 4-3-3 and that pivot is right in centre defensive mid. That's why you're seeing performances from like Paulina, Casemiro, Rodri, Partey. These are making massive differences in the team.
No, I agree with that.
Partey, yeah. And when they're not there, you see it. And I think that's because that role now in modern football is probably one of the most influential. That's why Jude Bellingham is so sought after, because he's such a wonderful football player, but in that position
that's what
as well.
I feel like is a big problem now as well. Is I feel like because that role has changed, the number 6 role, where now you need to be more on the ball.
Definitely.
We now misprofile players who are box-to-box midfielders, in my eyes, as like number 6s, and I feel like sometimes that's what's happening with Enzo. Even that you mentioned Jude Bellingham, I don't see him as a 6.
He's number 8.
Yeah, so I'm talking about like the deep players who I feel like do a lot of the dirty work, but then don't get the credit.
That's good.
Chance
I
from
feel like in
Darwin.
a sense Fabinho's a bit like that with you guys.
Fabinho
But because
is a number
Fabinho,
6. He is
a pure 6,
Yeah.
and I felt like he was almost
That was
the
good
last
from
one when you lot
Darwin.
were winning to get his flowers, if that made sense.
Yeah.
Did well to win.
It's the
that
same thing with Busquets in the Barcelona team.
That's good.
I think football is about playing
Pirlo
players to their
in the
strengths.
AC Milan team. I always feel like that role always gets their flowers after the
Oh, I get it.
attackers, the
I get it.
centre-back, the goalkeeper. And it's like, oh, yeah, by the way,
I
we've got
don't-
this
I'm not
little
so
brain
sure.
in the
I'm
middle.
not so
He
sure
does,
because,
he does all that.
That role has been appreciated in the Premier League. You only got to look at with Kante. Even before that, with
Even
How is
Kante's
that
another one. He's a
not foul,
box-to-box midfielder being misprofiled as a 6. He's not.
Ref.
He is not a DM.
Honestly, this ref's having a really bad game.
Prime
now.
example of what I'm talking
Who's
about.
this,
You just
is
backed
it
my
Anthony
point
Taylor?
right there. Thank you very much, Laurie.
What about before him?
Man, see black box-to-box midfielders and assume DM.
Before him, the role with what's his name?
Yeah, Torre.
No,
Look at
no.
that. How is that not a foul? Look. How is that not a foul? He's been done twice by Reece and...
Yeah, honestly, the ref. That's why Kanate jumped in like that, because he's fed up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the
a
ref
foul.
has been really poor.
Look at... Oh, my days.
Who's the little guy that black guy who played for France? He was Kante. before
Makalele.
Kante. Makalele.
Makalele,
Yeah, Makalele was
that role
Well,
has been
Makalele,
celebrated, yeah.
let's remember, he got chased out of Madrid because they were loving all the Galacticos. He didn't get his flowers. He finally got his flowers when he came to
That's
the
what I'm
Premier
saying.
League. Yeah.
When he come to the Premier
But
League,
even when
yeah.
he came to the Premier League, Chelsea, they were hyping up all the Robins and Drogbas and all them other players that they had.
No, but what I'm
time.
saying, he was a central part of that team. He was
I
a
get
pivotal
that.
part of that team.
They
so-
named the role after him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Makalele.
it was unbelievable.
Surely we've got to make a sub now.
This is
62
genuinely.
But that's the thing. No one's made any. No one's made any subs. No one's moved in this like weird chess match.
Robbo's coming on.
That wasn't who you wanted.
Serious? So Salah. Okay, there
So
you
is Salah.
Mo Salah.
Opted
Mo
to not
Salah.
bring Cody Gakpo on.
I don't get this.
Or
What's happened to Gakpo?
What do you mean? What's happened to him? He's boss.
Huh?
He's boss, mate. Honestly, he's found his form in the last few weeks.
Yeah, but where is he? Why is he not playing?
The
Being
same reason
rested.
why isn't Mo Salah playing? Why isn't all the other lads, Trent playing? Why isn't loads of them playing right now? I think we just had a lot of games and so he's trying to rest them. I can only think that's what it is. Don't know why, because we need the points, like, but...
That's the one thing I would say. Maybe it's a little difficult to like ascertain how bad you are because you would appear to be resting a number of your better players.
Like, definitely a lot of first team players are out of this squad.
Here you go.
Bobby's played about 3 games this season, do you know what I mean?
what was that?
Man.
Go on, Darwizzy.
No.
So honestly, it makes me depressed watching it. It's actually sad for me.
Look at that.
It makes me upset, Lottie. This makes me upset, mate.
No, but both teams are just like
Yeah, crap. Awful.
Chelsea,
awful.
whack. Liverpool, whack.
Alex is on one tonight. I'm not joking.
Not really. I can be way
No,
on one if
you're
you
just
want.
your mood's been on one.
Yeah, but it's reflective
I
of
know,
this shit.
but it's,
Yeah.
I think
No, but I'm also just numb to this now.
yeah, I get it.
It actually hurts. It really,
if
really
you're
does.
numb now of what you're going to be like on Sunday.
Oh, good save.
Wow, that was a save from the Bournemouth keeper. Wow,
That was
wow,
on
wow.
big-
Big
Great
pause
save.
after that one.
Brilliant save that. All right, when we did that combined 11 earlier, I want to give you some percentages of what people voted for. So Alisson got 95% of the vote over Kepa.
Oh,
Without a
great
doubt.
save.
Would you say definitely?
Yeah.
Should have been 100.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
Who the 5%?
The hell?
The hell?
Yeah. Agreed.
See, the Bournemouth keeper's just skipped a minute. That's a great save.
Good keeper.
Jojo?
Oh, there we go.
Jojo?
Oh.
No.
No.
He tried the Messi, didn't he,
Same
lad?
thing
He tried
again.
to Messi his way through there, didn't he?
Thiago Silva received 96% of votes over Gomez and Matip.
Yeah, okay, fair play.
Was that fair play?
Oh,
You're-
Curtis, come off
I
now,
want to
please.
cry. I think I want to break into
Why has he
tears.
gone back there, though, Cucurella? Did you see that?
Yeah, he should have stayed up. No one was with him, though. He had to go back.
This is actually hurting my soul, lad. Yeah, Thiago Silva, I massively agree with.
We'll
One of
get
the
a
legends
kebab
of the
after.
game, all-time greats, without a doubt.
All right. Reece James got 84% of the votes over Trent.
People don't rate Trent, don't get it.
Do you rate Trent?
I do rate Trent, actually.
Yeah.
I do.
Defensively or as a fullback?
Obviously, the defensive side of his game is not as good
You
as
have to
going
accept that.
forward, but he's still a quality
Do
player.
you rate Trent?
I love Trent.
Do you?
One of my favourite
I
players.
can never understand the amount of stick he
Because
gets.
people
I think
jump on
it's
bandwagons, that's why.
disproportionate,
He's
yeah.
literally one of the best fullbacks the Premier League's
Yeah,
had, and that's
yeah.
it. He just is. His output
Literally
is phenomenal.
eight-
as a
18 months
fullback,
ago-
obviously not
Yeah.
like defensively.
We're not,
but
we're not saying, no one said he's the best defensive fullback in the league. No one's ever said that. We're saying that his all-round game contributes to being one of the best fullbacks in the game, in the Premier League. It just is.
I would agree.
fair point. Enzo Fernandez narrowly beat N'Golo Kante. I don't know who's voting for that.
He's
Who beat
played
him?
twice
Who beat
all
him?
season, Kante.
Fernandez beat Kante.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Shiny new toy syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. He is. I
But
do
in
like
a
him.
combined 11, you'd pick Enzo over Kante.
No,
I
There's
can
some bad
understand the
shouts in that
reasoning
combined
behind it.
eleven.
Yeah.
Let's not go
Kante-
off what this vote
No,
is,
I'm just
because
talking about
Kante-
this vote
Kante's-
because
Kante's
7,000
been
people
injured.
voted for it. So I'm just
Kante, yeah.
trying to get
7,000.
Yeah, I'm
Is
trying
that
to
on
get the
Instagram?
logic. No, it was on Twitter.
Oh yeah, well that's Twitter.
I'm just trying to get the logic
If
behind
it was
it.
Instagram or YouTube, different vote. Twitter says it. Says all you need.
Oh,
You got shiny new toy syndrome with Enzo, and then Kante's been out injured all year, so kind of makes sense.
I think Kante gets in there without a doubt
I
over
agree.
Mount, without a shadow
Yeah, that's
of a
the.
doubt.
I feel like the name should have just been given and then picked three rather than
Oh,
head-to-heads.
gosh. What a poor ball that was.
Honestly, the amount of I would like to know the stats for how many times Liverpool have given the ball away this game, because it might be
It'll
the
be horrible.
most I've
Yeah,
ever
look,
seen
he's
us do
done
it.
Again.
It might be the
Konate
most
just gave
I've
it
ever
straight.
seen.
That's not.
Oh, that's handball, ref.
Obstruction.
I want to yell for that as well, lad.
Let's
That's
go quick, let's go quick.
Oh, Kovacic, you're a muppet, lad. What are you doing? You fell on top of the ball, handballed it, and now you're pretending you've got a
Don't you
injury.
find it funny? You know that time
Why did
when
they always do that?
players know they're getting a red, but they feign
Yeah.
injury. So the ref's got a red card in his pocket or in his hand. He's just looking at them like,
Do you want to hear the
and then
number?
they get up and he goes, "There's your red."
Bye.
Like
Do you wanna hear the
Ramiro the
number?
other week. Go on.
105.
What?
The amount of times you've lost the ball today.
Oh.
Really?
I told you.
How many have Chelsea done that?
93, not far
Wow.
behind.
This is, oh my god. Both of our fans-
Well, what Fuad has just read out there is just testimony to what we've been saying about the lack of quality in this game.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite staggering, actually. Two teams.
It has. It's actually unbelievable.
Yeah.
This team was in the Champions League final last season. Liverpool. They were
Yeah, I
there.
know.
We've been in 3 of the last 5.
It's mad.
You two were in the last two. No, was Chelsea one 3 years ago now? Yeah.
Does anyone know anything about this guy?
Bruno Salter.
played for Brighton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Brighton legend.
He is
Oh,
a
yeah.
legend there, to be
Yeah.
Mr. Brighton, they call him.
Mr. Brighton.
even though he's not picked an 11 in his career.
Let me ask you then, from a Chelsea, if you can look at it from a Chelsea perspective, who do you bring in? Who do you think can get the best out of the mess that is Chelsea? With
Manager was.
Genuinely, no
Nagelsmann?
one.
Do you think Nagelsmann is the best option?
Yeah.
He's the best option for any club right now whatsoever.
But he
He is a
wants a
phenomenal
summer break.
manager.
He wants his
a
little
summer
break, doesn't he?
Wow. Well, yeah, for me, I think he is definitely the best
Wow.
candidate probably in the world at the moment for a manager position. He is. I
However,
would snatch him up if Liverpool got rid of the Klopp now.
Just to not saying you're not correct, but just looking at why he ended up getting sacked from Bayern.
Yeah.
Because he fell out with a lot of senior players, big egos in that dressing room.
Apparently, his wife is a reporter and she was leaking stories.
Yeah.
Well,
and they were
so
scared to talk.
just look at,
Allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly.
They were scared to talk
see
in the
Fuad
dressing room.
looking at
Right.
Yeah.
So if you look at that from, we don't know if that's true or not true, but obviously just reading, what's going on in the media. But if that's true, coming into Chelsea where there's literally like 50 players in that changing room,
Yeah.
could that also be reenacted at Chelsea?
I think it was a conflict of interest when he had a girlfriend that was a journalist and it freaked out the players. He's just got to learn from that as a professional and go into another team and just do different things essentially.
He should know better,
It's
really. If
football
that did
knowledge,
happen,
yeah.
if that did happen,
It's
that is
football
poor
knowledge.
from him.
That's how
football.
Casillas got driven out of Madrid.
I was going to
How?
say though, like, can you come home and not talk to your wife about what the whole day you're
Then
doing?
It's your day at work,
but then
lads,
it's
isn't
down
it?
to
You know what I
her
mean?
to keep
You know
it
what I
to
mean?
herself.
Yeah,
They broke up
exactly.
though, right?
Yeah, they've broken up, yeah.
You heard
thought
it.
that was
No
fake.
snitching.
Straight up, man. Like, if my wife is out there snitching, yo, you got to go.
Yeah, no, fair play. You like, this is what stays between
You
us.
got to go.
This stays between us, but also Thomas Muller's doing me head in, lad.
Yeah, like-
He keeps eating the last fruit in the fridge, lad, and it's doing me head in, lad. Like, I get
Like
it.
frozen.
Yeah, fruit.
The frozen ones,
yeah.
put them in the ice.
No, but that is so unprofessional.
It is,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how can you be doing that?
But we
But
don't
he's
know if
also
that is
young.
true or not true.
How
No,
young is he though? He's 30
we said
something, isn't
alleged.
he?
Yeah,
Isn't
right.
Julian that?
34.
Yeah, he's a young man. He's 4 years older than me. So imagine that. He's,
Nagelsmann?
yeah,
I
he's
thought
4
it was-
years older
I thought
than
it
me.
was 37. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still.
So he's obviously got some stuff to learn, you know, but his football and knowledge and his ability as a manager is unquestionable, in my opinion. It just is. So
Yeah. Okay.
Let's be honest as well. If that did happen, how can Chelsea be sure it's not going to happen to them? Because, you know, just
Well, this-
because she's in a
he
different
has
country.
to learn. He has to learn. I guess that's it. I mean, don't find another girlfriend that's a bloody journalist. And if you do, tell her to shut up, lad.
Or she can be a journalist, but just not football.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I
Because
do
as
agree
we know,
with
journalists
I do
trade
agree
on
with
it,
Fuad. Most men are going to come home and
Well,
talk
most
to their
people
close
partners,
ones
yeah, if you've got a
about.
partner, you got
But
to
it's
speak to them.
up to her to say, well, actually, yeah, that's.
Well, she must have said, like, can I use this information? I doubt she's just gone and written it in an article, if that is
You
true.
don't know, though.
Well, after she did it the first time, wouldn't you be like, hun, like, you probably weren't meant
Yeah,
to
can you
write
stop
that.
doing this?
Could
You've
you,
got loads
could,
of
you, could you not do
paparazzi.
that?
What's bloody?
Maybe that was her plan.
What's going on, darling?
Get with the Bayern manager so I can get
Oh, imagine that.
Stories are
Hey,
evil,
yo.
man.
No, I respect the
Maybe she
ambition.
was a Dortmund fan.
I
who
respect
knows?
the ambition. I'd be like, yo, she cares about her career.
Not about our relationship, but her career.
Her career.
Bro, what?
James
Relationship
Baker on the
hype.
super chat said, what would an Arsenal and Liverpool combined 11 be?
What did
What
Cucurella
would
just
they-
go down for then? I need to see. Because it didn't even...
Is that the Harry Kane playbook? Ask Fuad
Oh
and Abbi.
my lord, what
you.
just happened?
Yo,
Wash
show
your
some
mouth
respect, yeah.
Are you messing me?
No, that was an elbow, actually.
Bro,
Don't worry.
he's not looking at him.
It's behind
Are you serious?
There was contact, though.
If he was a foot smaller, it would have hit his chest and he would have done nothing. Oh, Cucurella, you're a muppet, lads.
Don't know.
No, you can't blame Cucurella
Pulled
for
your head
that.
off.
I love when Doyle gets angry, he goes even more
There was
scout. It like
contact
turns
though,
up like
wasn't it?
another 3 notches.
Oh, I know, I can't
You do
have it.
nothing.
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 Sound like Conor McGregor.
Bunch of helmets.
No.
You'll
You'll
do
do
nothing.
Bunch of helmets.
James wanted to know on the super chat, what would an Arsenal and Liverpool combined 11 be?
I'll tell you what, there wouldn't be too many Liverpool players getting a current.
Not currently, no. I think
And
it's-
even AGT has to.
Salah
rather
would,
have
Salah would be
Ramsdale than
above
Alisson?
Saka because of the goals and assists. He's done more, I'd say. But
No, you
I'd have him left back.
Would you have Alisson in goal over Ramsdale?
No.
You think
not
Ramsdale's
current
a
form.
better goalkeeper?
Not
kept
Why
more,
lying?
kept
No,
more
no.
clean
Why
sheets,
lying?
though.
Like, I need,
Don't
you
lie,
need to see
Laurie.
the
Why are you
stats.
lying?
Don't lie.
Alisson's the best goalkeeper in
conceded
the
4
league.
last week.
He did, lad, he did, but he's also stopped the most goals out of every keeper in the league.
He's quality, though. He is
He's the
quality.
best
You'd
keeper in
actually
the
keep
league.
Ramsdale over Allison.
On current form, why not?
No,
I
no,
think
no,
that's the
no,
only
no,
player
no,
that will
no.
get
I'm
it.
When was the
saying,
last time
end
you
of the
kept a
season
clean sheet,
finishes
though?
now, yeah. You're gearing up for next year.
I said
You get
on current
gifted the
form.
opportunity of looking Allison and saying, you know what, straight player swap. Are you
So-
gonna
so
hit the trigger?
That begs the question:
course he
How are
is.
you? How are
He
you
is.
deciding? What is your criteria?
Hey,
2-1 Aston
Leicester.
Villa.
Hey, don't
Big.
give me
Where's the new
criterias.
manager bounce? Oh, they ain't got a
Haven't
new
got one.
manager. Yeah.
Aston Villa 2, Leicester 1, Traore with the goal.
He's doing all
Hey,
right.
Unai Emery.
He is, and I was
doing
just literally about to come out my mouth there.
I read your brain there.
Yeah.
Green line
pleased,
Chem.
I'm pleased
Wow.
for you, know.
Guys, make sure that we're getting the likes up, please. Make sure you're getting those likes.
Not offside, guys. Thank you.
We
No,
are,
seriously.
we're nearly
if-
at
if
1,000. We
if
need
you
to get it
talk
up more.
about doing a combined 11. You cannot just pick on history, and
I'm not picking. I'm picking this
Well, no,
you
season.
have to
doing-
pick on
I'm-
current
this
form.
season-
Yeah.
Surely.
Who's got
Alisson
more
is
clean
still
sheets?
better than Ramsdale.
Who's got more clean sheets?
Genuinely.
Let's have a
Who
look.
would you
On
rather
stops
have?
chances.
I'd have Allison all day. For me, Alisson's still the best keeper in the world.
Yeah, but you're
Like,
a Tottenham
without
fan, and
question.
all Tottenham fans.
No,
automatically
No, I
I
still-
think
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale. I actually think Ramsdale should be England's number 1, without
Okay.
question. Like I rate Ramsdale. I think he's good. He's much better than what I thought he was going to be as well. And I think a lot of Arsenal
Oh,
fans
yeah,
thought he
absolutely.
was going to
Same,
be. Let's
same.
be honest. But Allison, come on, that's like
All right, listen to this.
definitive
Laurie,
world class.
Laurie, this season,
There's a hand in
one
the
of the
face there.
goalkeepers has conceded 24.
Fabinho's off.
No, this is ridiculous, lad. João Felix runs into Fabinho and he gets a yellow for it, lad. I know Fabinho's guilty.
Just, I know Laurie's got the Arsenal jumper and the tinted glasses.
Are
on.
you kidding me? Are you fucking... Lad, I'm not messing. This referee, as well as the teams, has been shit. Where's the foul, lad?
I actually don't see a foul. I actually don't see the foul.
Fuck his name is.
I think it's Anthony Taylor.
Martin Tyler.
Andy
Taylor.
Andy Taylor.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck his name
out
is.
of Alisson...
What? Shit.
Cool. Out of Alisson and Ramsdale, one has conceded 40 goals, one's conceded 24. Who do you think is who?
Laurie, which do you think is which?
I would say
This is a mousetrap.
Ramsdale's conceded less.
No, incorrect. He's conceded 40, Alisson's conceded 24.
Okay.
So, in answer to
This
your
season?
question... This season. So, in answer to your question,
Right,
I would
listen.
go with
So,
Alisson.
okay, if I give you Alisson, who else gets it?
No one.
So, you're
Yeah, I'm
saying
prepared to concede
you've given
that.
us that,
Yeah,
right.
But
right.
who else?
Left back, who? Oh, Zinchenko, sorted. Yeah, done. Right back. Who have you got a right back?
Who else?
Tomiyasu. We'd rather have Trent than Tomiyasu.
No, Ben White.
Yeah,
Ben White. I still
Yeah,
would rather
that's
have
not
Trent
even
than Ben
close.
White.
That's not even
You'd rather have Ben White at right back than Trent.
On current form, yeah. because
Salah gets in the team.
Trent's not playing well. We said, listen, we started this discussion. We said we were going to pick on current form.
Nobody said that.
So on current
made
form, your striker scored 7 goals, Gabi Jesus. Would you have him on
Yeah, but-
Nunez?
When you
Nunez
say,
has scored
I'm
8.
not just about goals, though, is it?
Oh, mate, come on, bro. Pick your side. Is it stats or just Arsenal bias?
Are
that
you
you're going on?
seriously, like, come on now?
So you
No,
say which
so-
other player gets
I
in?
can't lie to you.
Salah gets
I'm
in.
with him on that.
Nah, I'd rather have
gets
Jesus as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But in terms of out and out, who do you have as
But
the
I get
number
what
9?
you're saying as well.
Yeah.
Current form, your man's been out for 4
yeah,
months.
okay, yeah.
So
I
what are we
think.
saying?
But
3
then
are in?
that's so what's
So
that?
3 are in?
Who?
Actually, do you know what? We'll save this because we'll do
Yeah,
it on
let's
Cock
save
TV on Friday with your brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think anyone else gets in
Trent,
among
Trent and Alisson definitely
I'd
get in.
say
Trent,
Salah,
no, he
Nunez
don't.
and Alisson.
For me, he does.
Right now.
Salah,
on form.
Nunez, and
Have you
Alisson.
been watching Ben White this
Yeah,
season?
he's good.
He's been
But
outstanding.
he's definitely still not a right national
Trent,
right back.
although I do rate him, he's not been outstanding. Come on, bro.
The levels and potentials that Trent has
No,
hit.
but I already said that we're not going to pick on, like,
Darwin Nunez and Martinelli.
Okay, so then
reputations.
in that, then you
even
agree
though
that,
the reputations have been well built up.
in that, then you agree that Ben White is not a better player than Trent.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
They're in.
Here we go.
Chelsea! Chelsea! Chelsea!
What is
Chelsea! Yeah.
That is 4.
I don't think I've ever heard a Chelsea fan sing another song.
No,
Neither I. Don't have songs.
That is so silly.
That is poor, though.
That is so poor.
Keeper's got the
Zhao.
ball. You see how the keeper now? What
How many
now, lad? He's like, this
times?
is mine, lad. I'm gonna get the ball, and he has to deal with this mad defending all the time, lad.
You wanted to use a different word, didn't you?
Next minute, you're going to be saying he gets in as combined 11 enders.
Well, Laurie, who would you pick then? You'd take everyone Arsenal. Is there no...
Maybe not everyone, but
I know,
I
'cause
think...
that's a bit mad, honestly.
Listen. Come
Oh,
on, let's
there's
all be honest.
a little bit of handbags there between
It's
Hendo
11
and
players,
Alisson,
right?
by the way.
Yeah, be a leader, mate. Yeah.
There's 11 players in the team, and I would say Arsenal would be favoured to have at least 7.
Yeah, I
Out of the
agree.
11
No, I agree.
players.
I think there's only 2 that get into your team. Maybe Salah as well. Maybe he gets in there.
I'd
Or
say
Martinelli
3.
or something.
Mudryk coming on.
Gakpo's coming on as well.
Gakpo on, Mudryk on.
A lot of yellow
January
cards in this game
returns.
as well, by the way. Head to
been-
head in that game there.
I reckon Mudryk will be the match winner.
You had enough.
He's toilet break.
You two tonight. Roy Richards says, what colour socks does Doyle have on? He also says, AGT, he's a helmet.
Actually got no
He's,
socks.
he's actually the
What?
cameraman for the Cock
Just
TV.
got his wiggly
I
toes
know,
out.
because that's the cameraman for the
Who
Cock
is it?
TV.
Who is it?
Roy Richards.
Roy Richards.
Roy
What
Richards.
colour
yeah.
socks you got
I
on?
told you Milner would
not
make
wearing
an
it.
appearance.
Your
didn't I?
team's crap, lad, alright?
Barefoot.
You're fighting relegation.
Doyle,
So-
I told you that
Barefoot in his
Milner would
Crocs.
make an appearance.
I know,
I
yeah.
had to check that out for myself.
What is
Right,
this?
so Scousers are not allowed to wear white socks. This is a thing, yeah. Even though I'm as Scouse as they come, because I wear white socks, all of a sudden it takes points off me, lad. I don't get it.
Listen, you're being rattled by your best friend, Roy.
Roy,
It's not even his
fuck
name.
off, lad.
Why can't you wear white socks if you're a
It's a
Scouser?
Scouse thing.
Well, you've got to wear black trainers, black
You can't wear white socks ever.
However, you are a
What socks
hypocrite
you gotta
though,
wear?
Phil, because you say that,
White socks are like
right?
Regular.
the best.
So Scousers have to wear black socks. You deny that rule, but you also say Scousers don't wear sunglasses. And every time I see you on holiday like that,
Scousers don't wear sunglasses.
that is the most
What else-
ridiculous
what
thing
else?
I've ever heard in my
What
life.
else does Scousers not
We're
do?
just our own type of people. That's what we do. We have our own
Very-
culture.
Can I
But
ask-
he's very stubborn
Can
as
I ask
well.
where the
so
black sock thing came
I
from?
don't know. Maybe Michael Jackson or something. Don't know.
He wore white socks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
And
Don't know
where the
anything about it.
sunglasses thing came from?
I mean, I just made that up.
What,
again.
This
what,
is
why are you
okay.
doing this? It's 12 minutes. Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh,
what
you're talking
doing.
about that.
You're trying to-
Brighton are 2-0 up, by the way.
I see what. Actually, let me take that back. I see what
Darwin
you're trying
Nunez,
to do.
great performance today.
You're trying to get a point, so you brought Milner on to
Pretty
shore
much,
up
mate,
that.
yeah. It's the sad state of affairs that we currently find ourselves
Right, it is 2-0 Brighton.
Do you know what's hilarious? Them two just had beef, yeah, the central defender and the attacker for Brighton, and then the attacker just scored by skinning the defender, and he's like, oh, that's the worst. When
Bournemouth
that,
are gone, man. Bournemouth and Southampton.
Let's see where that puts Brighton in the table, shall we?
This guy.
Skinned. Oh, he got sat down, lad. That's heavy, that, you know.
Yeah, heavy that.
Good.
Okay, with this win for
South
Brighton,
Coast
that
derby,
takes
yeah.
Brighton to 6th in the table on 46 points, 4 points behind United, Tottenham and Newcastle. They have a better goal difference. Let me tell you, they have a better goal difference than Manchester United and Tottenham.
Yeah,
South
United's
Coast
goal
derby.
difference is crap.
He took time to finish that
Yeah.
one, didn't it? Got 2 yards out and was like, smashing it.
Brighton are the better team than Liverpool. They literally are.
It's mad.
Brighton are a better team
Oh my
than
God.
6
They're gonna-
times Champions League winners.
They're going to
Liverpool.
batter us on Saturday, don't you think?
Mad.
I fully expect
really.
Brighton to win that game.
Fully.
I'll tell you what, I
Fully.
don't think that guy will be there
Seagulls.
next season.
Who?
The manager
Zerbi.
of Brighton. Yeah, he's just
Yeah,
very
he's
all
very
thought
good.
of.
Oh, he's come in and
I
he's
feel
been
like it's the
absolutely
flavour
brilliant.
of the month, though, man. Everyone does this.
Another
You don't think
pass.
he's been good since he's come in?
I didn't say that.
I'm just- no, that's just
I
a
think
question.
I just think he's.
Do you have an
he's
update
good.
on how many times we gave it away? Where are you getting these stats from? Some of
Because
them.
honestly, lad, it
so
must have been another
I'm gonna
30
use
since
this
then,
in,
lad.
Cup TV after.
Yeah, Sofa score.
Oh, look
Give me
at that.
stat. So
Oh,
an update.
Fabinho again.
Oh, well now
How many
in
more
the-
fouls is he going to
both
both
commit?
teams are in the hundreds. Liverpool 120 times they've lost the ball today,
120.
and Chelsea 105.
Well, honestly, I don't know what Jurgen Klopp must be thinking about this game. He must be looking at this going, none of this is what I
He
thought
looks
them to do."
bewildered.
Yeah, he does. He's just caught in the headlights.
He does
This is
actually
literally
look
making me
bewildered.
lose weight.
I think I'd
Humble.
be more frustrated if I was Bruno, because I'm like, yo, you lot have actually had chances to put this game away, and
they
this
have. Do you
silky
know what's one?
head.
The Kovacic one, yeah, not the one that was cleared off the line, but the Kovacic one that he
He
when
got
he
cramped as
started,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Can I just say, Bayern Munich played Freiburg at home
Yeah.
today.
Lost
They've just
2-1.
lost in the last kick of the game at home to Freiburg.
And they're third, aren't they, Friday? Or fourth, Friday?
Sadio Mane, yellow card as well.
Wow. AMT says in the Premier League, Ramsdale has conceded 27, Alisson 33.
Oh,
That's
look,
not what these
there we
stats
go.
say. What's that then?
I don't know. He's just giving me some other
Aaron
stats.
Ramsdale conceded 39, Alisson Becker 24.
That must be over. No?
That must be last season, mate. Man is using Google top recommendation stats. Nah, brother.
Aya says AGT is lying. Ramsdale has conceded 27 while Alisson has 33. Plus Ramsdale has more clean sheets. OG says my combined 11 is
Don't have Alisson,
Alisson, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka and Salah.
I literally cannot.
I'm just numb. I'm
That's
numb.
quite resounding,
one, mate?
really.
I'm
isn't it?
just numb. to
Very.
this shit, man. Just don't even get annoyed though, because
I'm not annoyed. I'm upset.
don't waste your energy.
This is like, I can do better. Like, give me a shirt and I will play better than this. I'm not joking.
And this is the team that you man are saying, oh, I'm being arrogant about when I say we can go there and win.
Well, go and do it then. Stop
Well, you'll
talking
see.
about it. Just go and do it
You
if
will
you're going
see
to do
it.
it.
You will
We'll
witness
see.
it.
We will see.
The revolution will be televised and you will witness it.
Not if it's at 3 o'clock though, then it won't be televised.
Chief Nama says Ramsdale has conceded 30 and Alisson has conceded 49. AGT, you are a liar. That's what it says.
You are a liar.
I haven't said that.
You are a
would
liar.
I haven't said that.
Everyone
Everyone would
still
still
takes
pick
Alisson,
Alisson. So
so-
it's
Ben
not
White
that.
over Trent
irrelevant.
any day, he finishes it off. And all of you
Oh,
on
look,
my back.
Roderick's in.
No, all of you on my back saying I haven't read your chats. I've read all your chats. Just calm yourselves.
Nearly at
All
1,000
chats.
likes as well.
We are nearly at 1,000 likes. Let's keep getting it up, please, with the likes before that gets clipped. We've got about 10 minutes left with
What
stoppage
a
time.
horrendous game.
Honestly.
It has been dreadful.
It's actually like there's
Dreadful
despair
game.
in my heart. Like, it's, I don't.
Modrico with a corner. Give us something. Oh,
Akil says, fantasy Spurs fans lose. Hope for a Liverpool win versus Arsenal.
Has he just give a corner for it? And it was a goal kick?
Right, it was a.
He's
Came
sure
up
because
Robbo.
Felix looked like he was definitely going to go.
It was Robbo. It was Robbo.
Keep getting those lights up, guys. Please, we want to make it to 1,000 for this evening.
It's mad. We need a goal. We bring on James Milner in 2023.
Boss, innit?
It's mad.
Yeah, but we already said that he's going
Take
for
off
his
Darwin
Did you bring on
Nunez.
Gakpo? Oh, you did bring on Gakpo.
yeah, they brought on.
Who'd you take off?
Nunez.
Honestly, it's sad. This is just sad. Look at this.
You like how that was muttered, wasn't
like
it? Yeah.
Nunez. Took off Nunez.
Oh, that's a good ball by Modric.
Oh,
Gomez.
give us an own goal.
He's had such a poor game. It's unreal.
Seasoned.
Yeah,
Oh, look.
Yeah, poor season, lad. Do you remember the Napoli game when we lost like 4-1 or whatever it was?
Yeah, he was awful.
Lads,
Hey, Fofana
That's
is
a
cooking
foul.
here.
That's
Come
a-
on, ref.
that's not a foul.
That was a
Lad,
foul, actually.
It wasn't.
Ref.
It was.
It was not a foul. Why didn't he give it then?
Because he's incompetent.
That's a tackle, Koulibaly.
He's had a decent game today, actually. But mind you, he's not been up
about
against
time.
He's
much.
not been tested. He hasn't been asked to do anything, really.
He's had an awful season.
As a mid-table game, have you thought it's been quite end-to-end?
No.
It's been cagey.
been shit.
You know when they say that the table don't lie?
Yeah,
This
he
is
said
one of
that,
those
yeah.
games that just
Raheem
endorses that statement.
Raheem Sterling is coming on.
I think Felix had a
is off.
shit game, if I'm honest.
Who?
Felix.
I don't think anyone had a good
Yeah, I was
game.
going
He
to say,
the best of the bad
let's flip
bunch.
the question.
His
Who's had
finishing's been
who's
shit.
had a good game? Can we say
Nobody.
who had a good
No
game?
No one.
On either side.
Koulibaly?
No one.
Can't say anyone.
Yeah, I'd say Koulibaly.
Koulibaly's been decent.
I'd say Chelsea's midfielders have been okay.
Kanate, maybe?
Kovacic was decent as well.
No,
think
he was
Kanate
not.
is
He
a-
missed a big chance.
I know
in the
he
game.
missed a chance, but
Oh.
I don't expect him to get in those positions, to be fair.
Reece James?
Awful game.
Reece James been alright, actually.
Yeah.
I will say he has. Except for the free kick.
I'd say Kanate's been alright for Liverpool. He's not been bad.
That was his fault.
Honestly, I'm
But,
just.
but we're really
depressing.
scratching, aren't we? We're really scratching.
I'd say
our heads.
Alisson's probably been Liverpool's best player again because he saved that chance for us at Havertz, even though it went in and it was off his hand. He still
Yeah.
saved it. I just think we're honestly.
Ooh.
This is like depressingly bad.
Lots of people in the chat saying Kante, N'Golo Kante has had a good game, considering
Yeah.
he's barely had any
Yeah,
game
that's
time.
true. And he's battled really, really well as he always does. I tell you what, Liverpool and Chelsea.
How slow?
I still think Chelsea are going
I
to win
think they
this
are as
game.
well.
Have a shot.
Yeah, I can see it as well. Last minute winner.
Yeah, Chelsea will win this still now.
There we go.
No.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
It's weird seeing us pin back so much. I'm just not used to this. I mean, it's been all season, like, but it's just weird to watch.
BJ on the super chat says, when does criticism for Klopp actually start?
It's already started a lot. It's 100% started.
Is it
It's
still 100% with the Liverpool fan base that Klopp in?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And the reason.
Just need to get an update on it.
No, I'm not you. I'm exasperated that Joe again losing the ball, losing the fucking ball.
This is going to be what, 130 times? We were 120 5 minutes ago, right?
When the number finishes,
I want to
that's
know what
going
your
in my
record.
title.
I want to know what your record is for this. Sorry, this must be the most amount of times you've ever lost the ball in a game.
Must be up there.
We're up to
Chelsea will be
133
kicking
and
themselves.
121.
Wonder what the most is in a
Climbing
season.
up.
And they'll probably miss, Laurie. They'll probably miss when they try to kick themselves, lad, because we're all crap. Fucking shit.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Offside.
Oh,
Yo, Laurie, I just got a glimpse of you on the screen. You look like Ian Wright there.
a lot of people say that.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Bush.
Ian Wright plus
I
20
called Ian
years.
Rush, Ian Wright.
Plus
mad.
20 years.
I know, he's already old, isn't he?
Oh,
No, that's okay. I'll give him his moment.
there was a question here from Richard who says to Fuad and myself, knowing that losing Kane is a reality, who do you realistically get to see in the hot seat for Spurs next season?
What? In
terms of a
losing
striker
Kane?
or-
Evan
Charlison,
Ferguson.
mate.
Evan Ferguson. Go and grab me that kid. He is the one.
So what are you going to do with Richarlison?
What?
I'll still be there.
Yeah, that's good.
It don't matter.
Okay.
That's-
Oh, that's good.
Nunez, that matters, lad.
Yeah,
That's
of
a bit
course.
decent
Okay,
football.
lads.
65 million Nunez.
bro.
Yeah, getting dragged
bro.
off in the game, yeah.
Bro.
Thoughts on Nunez' performance today?
Crap.
Yeah, thought so.
Never said he was good. I'm just
65
saying that
million
you're a
hype,
hypocrite,
lad.
lad. A big
Yeah.
ass hypocrite.
What did
lad.
I say? What? Because I want Evan Ferguson. I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, because you said, why is Nunez?
You said it
why,
doesn't
why did we
matter.
buy Nunez after having one good season? And you're going to buy Evan Ferguson after having one good season?
Because our expectations.
Darwin
are the same.
Nunez is 22.
22.
Sorry.
He's 22.
I'm buying Evan Ferguson as a long-term project.
So
You
is
bought
Darwin Nunez, he's
for impact
22.
Right now. You bought
You're
Darwin Nunez.
That,
for impact right
you're
now.
going off on
Are
one
you
of those.
saying Darwin Nunez? They're saying Darwin Nunez, bro.
I defeated Fuad.
No
and he doesn't
way.
know what to say.
You're lying. You're saying Darwin Nunez
He doesn't
was
know
long-term.
what to say. Yes, because he's 22
So he
years
wasn't
old.
brought for impact right now.
Of course he is.
So
but that's why you just said you want Evan Ferguson as
Evan
well.
Ferguson,
How can
I
you
know.
replace Harry Kane with Evan Ferguson?
Exactly. You will never replace Harry Kane. You can never get a like-for-like replacement. Am I right?
That's ours.
There is no
Oh my
replacing
God,
Harry
Ref.
Kane.
They don't
So guess
exist.
what you
No,
do?
referee.
You go
You
and
go
get
and
yourself
get,
a young
you go
Evan.
and get
Oh my
more
God,
than
you
one
both
player.
Yes,
You go and
you
get
see?
probably
Absolutely.
3 players
See?
to make up one
You
game.
let me finish my sentence.
He didn't say
before
that
you
though,
jump
did
down my
he? He didn't
throat.
say that. He said
I
Evan
didn't
Ferguson,
even
and
get
that
to
was it.
finish
He
my
wasn't
sentence.
going anywhere else with it.
They had Darwin offensive. They
This
wanted to.
man-
But Darwin, Darwin,
This man
Darwin got subbed off.
tries to
Where
manipulate
is
and
Darwin
twist
now?
every
Eating
word in his
shit on the
benefit
bench.
and shout when he's wrong because he doesn't know what else to say.
How am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Darwin's on the bench. He got hauled off. How am I wrong?
Because you were cussing him for having one good season and Liverpool banging him.
one good season
and then
does
said,
not mean
"Gives
you're worth 60."
Evan Ferguson
One
to
good
replace
season
Harry
does not mean
Kane."
you're
So
worth
how
60.
much would
Mad.
Ferguson be
No,
worth?
wait.
How much would you pay for him then?
No.
Who said Darwin?
No. Let's
Ferguson.
rewind.
Ferguson.
Let's rewind. When I said Darwin Nunez
We
was
wouldn't
not
be able
worth
to
that
afford
of
it.
one season, everyone sat here and said yes. So why is everyone offended? What? You think after one good season in the Portuguese league, you're meant to be worth 65 million?
So how
Yes
much
or
is
no?
Ferguson gonna
Yes
be
or
worth?
no? I don't care. You asked me who.
But
You
you're going
asked
on
me
like
who?
that's the most expensive transfer
Chronically,
fee I've ever
I
seen
said-
of all time.
I'm not saying. I never said
Enzo's
that.
played
I
13
never said
games
that.
for Benfica.
We are 3 likes away from 1,000, by the way, guys. Please, could you like and get us to 1,000?
There's no point.
Thank you. We've still got a few more super chats. OG says, I think we'll lose on Sunday. I can't see if you're an Arsenal fan or a Liverpool fan. I
Think.
assume you're a Liverpool fan. What else have we
back.
got here? Nima says both Chelsea and Liverpool need to cheer up. At least you're not Tottenham. Correct, you're not Tottenham, but actually
Tottenham
they're
are
worse
Tottenham
than
are
us.
fourth.
They're worse than us. Weirdly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Garbo says, Fuad, leave our young up-and-coming Irish strikers alone. Your club will ruin him like you ruined Troy Parrott.
You know what I was thinking though? You lot would take this, wouldn't you? A point, especially the way you
We need
performed.
to win to get top 4. We need it. I mean, we'll take it now after the
It
performance.
genuinely doesn't matter.
James
No,
Barker.
seriously, you would take it though.
James Barker says Southampton have got a better away record than Liverpool this season. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you had a shot
We've
on
won
target in
3.
the second half?
Darwin had one, didn't he?
Okay,
Which
there's
was caught
5 minutes
very-
left. 5 minutes left in this game.
I can't remember seeing Liverpool
But I
have a
don't know
shot
why
on
you're
target
laughing.
in the second half.
You're laughing at our team, lad.
I
Are
didn't
you
laugh.
You
supposed
are
to
in no position.
It's
for
mad.
Why am I-
This
who-
lad likes it. It's because we
What?
beat him in the Champions League final.
What?
Lad. He's got
To
a
be fair-
vengeance
Oh my
against
God.
us.
We'll have that over
Oh
forever.
my.
It
Forever.
wasn't a handball.
Listen, this is what they do every
handball.
stream.
But,
yeah?
no, but
the result doesn't
even
go
if
their
it
way.
wasn't,
They
though.
try and take it
It
out on
wasn't-
me.
it
No,
wasn't
no,
Every
no, no.
stream I've realised
That's not
this.
true.
You lot are seeing the pattern
ain't
now.
true.
The result don't go their
See
way.
how
They
this
start
man
trying to take
manipulates
it out
again?
on me. I
Manipulates.
mentioned. She
Manipulates.
asked me
Awful.
who do I want as a replacement?
You should be
I
a
said
politician,
Evan
you lad.
Ferguson.
You
He
should
started
definitely
doing
be a
Darwin Nunez
politician.
Spin
defense.
doctor.
You should definitely
Where
be a
did Darwin
politician.
Nunez? We were talking about Kane and our replacement.
They're on
Because
commission.
you-
They're on
Darwin
commission.
Nunez.
Okay, so because you bring up
You.
topics
You.
and say outlandish things,
You.
and then when you're caught on them and told about them,
You just
then you
shout.
try and
Like
backtrack
what? Like what?
and shout and
Like
scream
what?
and manipulate.
Don't-
And that's
Like
why you
what?
should be a
Like
fucking
what?
politician, lad.
What did
'cause
I
you
say?
chat shit.
What did I say? You see,
Fucking hell, lad.
that's how I know he is. He can't tell me what I said.
Honestly.
Enzo Fernandez. got
Right,
man of the
Enzo
match.
got man of the match. I don't know how he managed to find a man of the match.
Midfield, I said it.
Ahmad says, why do you keep saying 65 million? Nunez cost 100 million euros.
Tell
Plus, Ferguson would cost around 40 million. That's a huge difference.
Tell him.
And
didn't.
OG said, I'm a gooner for life, by the way.
Shut up. Hello,
Hey,
man.
heads are gone.
Do you have anything else to say on the Darwin situation? Because this Darwin chat has been going on for an
That's
hour and
all
a
I needed
half.
to say. They're the ones that need
Oh,
to say something.
could Liverpool nick it? Oh,
Of
course not.
Studio production team, just bring me in for the Tottenham games, okay? Because the second we score a goal against these shitheads, yeah. Oh my god.
You know full well.
Oh my god.
You know that. You know full well that
I'll be
the
fucking
put of
bouncing off the
Nunez
walls,
will
mate.
score
I know
against
Doyle
us.
doesn't even like rate Darwin to that
By the way, his
extent.
name's
So
Doyle,
I'm like,
not Doyley,
what's
just
he
so
doing
you're
this
aware.
defensively?
If it's
But
two-
I'm not. It's your agenda, lad. When you start things and you're like, this is shit.
Because
this
I
is
mentioned
shit.
Evan
And then-
Ferguson, it's an agenda.
And then-
Because I said Evan Ferguson.
Don't even let me finish, lad. I'm not even going to.
you know what?
His name's Doyle,
Okay, I'll be
not
bothered,
Doyley
lads.
as well.
No? Is it because I said Evan Ferguson?
Doyle.
You know what I'm going to
His
say?
email is
You
Doyle.
said that Darwin Nunez shouldn't have been bought after having one good season, and then went back to say you would buy Evan Ferguson after having one good season, which is a fucking contradiction. So that's why I pointed it out.
Yeah, but
That's it, lads.
I think just to interject, I think the point being was the price tag. Evan Ferguson's not going to have the same price tag that Darwin Nunez.
Darwin Nunez.
So how much is Ferguson going to
I
be
reckon
worth?
he'd probably be around 40 million.
So you think Brighton would sell him
Maybe
for
more. No,
40
I
million?
don't think that we'd get.
They'd be holding out for 70.
I do not think that we would get
English tax,
I do
Irish
not
tax.
think we would get Evan Ferguson because I don't think we'll pay what needs to be paid for it. However, I think it would be anywhere from 40 to 50.
I don't
realistically.
think they sell him for anything less than 50.
Maybe
I'll
not.
tell you what
but
I
either way,
think.
we're not going to pay it. So it's an irrelevant chat.
Yeah.
We are not going to pay that. If we sell Kane, we'll go and get
It
three
was a-
different
it was a
players
hypothetical
from
question.
across Europe, see what else is hanging around in the Ukrainian
I'll
league
tell you
still
what I
for
think,
20 million.
Abby.
And we'll do
tell
20
you
million,
what I
20 million,
think.
20 million. There we go.
I'll tell you what I think.
Go on.
Liverpool will be the moral victors tonight if they do, as expected, get out of here with a point.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We should not have
Because
got anything
Chelsea
out
should
of
have
this
won
game.
this game.
Chelsea have been the better team
Squandered.
and just not finished the dinner, lads.
No.
It's the same with Chelsea all the time. Touch wood, because they could score right now. Which they might do. No.
Enzo!
That was closer on the target than Kovacic's one when he
Yeah.
was 2 inches in front of goal.
Seriously, to perform this poorly in
Both teams, I think, genuinely.
I think Chelsea have been really, really poor as well, to be honest. Garbo says, you are not wrong, Doyle.
Thank you. Thanks.
You are not wrong.
See this? Look, he sits there with this little demonic smile. Yeah, that's like I am a troll.
I
This
can't
is
win.
football heritage.
Well, let me-
I like to be a troll.
Let me read you this chat.
You know what I mean?
Chief Nana says, Fuad, you are a high-level troll.
Yeah, you
Doyle
are.
and AGT are taking the bait, gaslighting
Do you know
at
what
its
Fuad
finest.
said to me the other day? He wakes up early just so he has more time to hate.
I love this lad as well.
About-
Right?
He admits he's a hater.
But he's the
though.
worst
Yeah.
one
And then again-
that exists.
Right, the game is over. I mean, as we've all
Thank God
said,
for that.
I have much to celebrate.
That was a
I have
pretty-
to bring others down with me.
that was a pretty painful performance,
Jurgen
wasn't
Klopp
it?
looks quite happy, as well he might.
Painful,
I mean,
but I
he-
guess that's a point gain from a Liverpool
It
perspective.
really
is.
is, genuinely.
So having a look at that and the other ones tonight.
There'll be no triple pump tonight.
Bournemouth, they lost at home, 2-0 by Brighton. Leeds beat Forest, huge win for them in that relegation
2-1.
battle. It was 2-1. Leicester lost at home, first game without Brendan Rodgers, 2-1, and this was 0-0. Let's look at the table. Start from the bottom. In 20th is Southampton, 23 points. 19th is Leicester, 25 points. Bournemouth, 18th, 27 points. 17th is Nottingham Forest, 27 points. 16th, Everton, 27 points. 15th, West Ham, who play Newcastle tomorrow night, 27 points. Wolves, 14th place, 28 points. Leeds, huge win for them, takes them out the bottom three, up to 13th on 29 points. Crystal Palace, 12th, 30 points. And then after that, we have a jump. Chelsea, 39 points. They are one step closer to being safe. They need that 40-point mark, as Matisse says. One step closer. 11th place under their interim manager. Fulham in 10th, 39 points as well. Just a goal difference separates them and Chelsea. 9th is Brentford, 43. Liverpool, 8th, 43. Aston Villa, 44 points, up to 7th. Brighton up to 6th, 46 points. Manchester United 5th, 50 points. Tottenham 4th, 50 points. Newcastle 3rd, 50 points. Manchester City 64. And number 1 is Arsenal with 72.
Say that again.
Don't test me. Don't try me.
Liverpool are closer to the bottom of
You
the
got it
table than
once.
we are at the top.
No, you're not. You're 8th.
Yeah, but we're still points-wise.
Points-wise.
close
Yeah,
to the bottom.
points-wise, but not place-wise.
I've got to say that
Glass half full, glass half empty.
after that performance, I'm absolutely shaking in my boots.
Well, let's not get
Just
too
be
cocky.
careful, Laurie. Just be careful, man. You never know.
Yes.
I've
let's
actually
not.
got video evidence of you before we beat you 4-0 2 years ago on my Instagram stories, and I can get it up and send it to
I've
you.
actually got evidence of you
saying
betting.
we're going to batter you.
I've got evidence of you
Yeah?
closer
Let's
to
see
home
what
this
happens on
season.
Sunday, big man.
Okay, well,
Betting
there
that
is a
Arsenal
lot of
against
there is a
Sunday.
lot of
You
anger
better
going
get your
on.
money up, bro.
Okay.
Get your money
Not
up.
you.
You better do that as
I've
well,
just been
man.
putting out.
You
as
better
high
get
as
your
all
money
now.
up. You know what I'm talking about
Okay,
too.
well, I assume you guys are going to be on AFTV on Friday, right, with each other You're doing something with each other? Thursday. Okay, well, if you want to see more of this little heat thing going on here, no cap, make sure you tune in on Thursday.
You don't want to know, you don't know where I'm from, dog.
It's been a great watch along, actually. Despite that game, it's been a great night. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Fuad. Thank you, Doyle. Look at you. Bless you.
By the way, if you want to see more of this, we're on the Cop TV very shortly.
Yes, be on the Cop TV for your post-match reaction. I will see you on Thursday. Thank you,
Abbi.
Thank you.
Abbi. Big up to you.
All shouting
I've had a nice evening, actually.
And also, thank you, the neutrals, for watching that.
No, I'm very. Listen,
I enjoyed it.
I was on a bit of a scouting mission tonight, and I've seen everything I need to see.
And that's you don't want any of them, none of them.
Anyway, I will see you on Thursday with Flex for Game Day preview. But until then, have a wonderful rest of your evening and enjoy the games tomorrow.